on the Bobcat Sports Network from Learfield. This is Montana State Bobcat Basketball, brought to you by Door Tech, raising the door on quality, Montana State University, Mountains and Mines, and by Rate, the foundation of great homes throughout Montana. Live from the First Interstate Bank broadcast booth, here's the voice of the Bobcats, Keaton Gillogly.
It's the final regular season game of the year. Are the Bobcats on the cusp of a memorable run, or will it all come down with a crashing thud when they get to Boise next week? We'll find out, and that journey continues today for senior night as we get set for the Montana State University Bobcats, which come into play today at 13-17. They are 8-9 in conference and have a chance to finish with the same conference record they had last year at 500 with 9 wins and 9 losses. They will have either the 5 or the 6 seed, and they will play on Monday night. We know for sure on Monday night. The team they are competing with for that 5 or 6 seed is the University of Idaho. The Vandals are in town today at 13-17. They are also 8-9. These two teams open up the Big Sky schedule together. They close it together tonight, and they have identical records. One of these teams will play as the 5 seed. The other will play as the 6 seed when we get to Boise. My name is Keaton Gillogly, joined as always at home by Brian Priebe. Brian, how we doing? How we feeling? Final game of the regular season, man.
Dude, let's go. This is fantastic. Excited for senior night's always a great night to honor those guys, especially when you've got guys that have been in the program as long as a guy like Tyler Patterson or Sam Leckalot have been.
Yeah, fascinating collection of seniors this year, all from different backgrounds, right? Sam Leckalot, a 4-year guy out of Wyoming. He's a part of the three-peat. Tyler Patterson, another 5-year guy who's been here throughout his career, a part of the three-peat. Chika Duduka, a 4th-year senior, half his career at Portland, half his career here, honoring Jabe Mullins today, 5-year veteran in his 3rd school and trusting his senior year to Montana State. Max Ogbonkpolo, a 6th-year guy who's on his 4th different school, trusting his senior year here. And then Brian Garacki, who has spent his entire 5-year career with Matt Logie. However, the first 3 were at D2 with Point Loma, and now 2 years here at Montana State. Also a guy who's a champion in the Big Sky, along with Chika Duduka as well. So really an eclectic collection of seniors to honor today.
Yeah, and it's just a thing you got to get used to in the current environment. You're just not going to have that many guys that play 4 and 5 years in one school. Now, I think to build a sustained program, you're going to have a core of those guys, but there's always going to be some that you're going to get out of the portal that are going to make a difference.
No doubt, and this group does have some of those guys, some of those stalwarts, some of the through line for this entire dynastic run. The Bobcats are in position to be able to keep alive. There is no reason Montana State can't go to Boise and start putting together a magical run. Now, it hasn't been a perfect year. It's been on a razor's edge all season long, but just as we came into this year is how we're entering this year. All the chips are on the table, and everything is possible for this team.
Yeah, and if you think about it, this team has more momentum and more talent going to Boise this week than the team last year had by far.
Yeah.
I mean, much more momentum and definitely more depth and talent and opportunity and intention. And so, I mean, who's to say what can and can't happen? It's a beauty of March Madness.
No doubt. You know, last year's team, they had that trip out to Eastern Washington where they lost in overtime, putting up 100 points. It was a monster game, and then they came here. And, we had the game against Weber State. John Olmstead goes off, and that was the precursor to his run. And we'll see what Montana State does here. Brandon Walker was a coach's decision, did not play against Sacramento State. To be determined how things are going to be playing out tonight, but you look back at that Sacramento State game, and boy, the rhythm and the flow of the offense really stood out. Of course, it always stands out when you knock down 8 threes if your name is Tyler Patterson.
Yeah, boy, it's so great to see Tyler having such a great year, great conference run, moving into 2nd all-time on made threes, 1st all-time in games played, games started. Just so many positives for his career. Tremendous representative of the university and his family and everything else. Just a great young man.
No doubt. So we'll have a chance to honor him, and we'll see what kind of encore he has at the Brick for the final game of the regular season here in Bozeman. All right, we're going to take a break. When we come back, we'll get to our Mountain Hot Tub opposing team profile, our Kendall Ford keys to the game, our Wheat Montana weather report, and get you caught up on the rest of the Big Sky as well. There are a lot of seeds still in flux. We'll give you some of the top-line notes of that a little bit later. But first, a timeout. We're getting set for Montana State and Idaho. Back after this, you're listening to Bobcat Basketball, presented by Learfield.
When garage door issues happen, don't just call anybody. Call the pros at DoorTech. Our family-owned and operated business happily serves the Gallatin Valley. We install and service residential, commercial, and custom overhead doors and operators. With factory-trained and certified technicians, we're committed to quality, value, and long-term relationships. Call us at 582-1623 and let us help you with the solution to all your garage door needs. DoorTech is raising the door on quality. Your region's only premier authorized Rainer dealer.
The Gallatin Valley is thriving, and Bozeman is not only a destination for families to live, work, and play, it's also a destination for businesses. The Bozeman Area Chamber of Commerce is a great way to get involved in Bozeman's thriving business community. The Bozeman Chamber Economic Partnership assists existing businesses through expansion, grows new companies in our community, and attracts fresh opportunities for Gallatin County. Bozeman, our community, a jewel among the Northern Rockies. For more information, go to BozemanChamber.com.
There is a local ranch just outside of Boise, Idaho, that has masterfully bred Japanese Wagyu cattle with American Angus cattle. Now this American-style Wagyu beef is available to you and your family. Rosars presents Snake River American-style Wagyu beef. Snake River Farms beef is famously found in many exclusive five-star steak restaurants. Snake River Farms, available at your local neighborhood Rosars.
Bozeman Spirits Distillery. Craft distilling award-winning spirits since 2014. Making some of your favorites like Bobcat Gold Bourbon, Montana 1889 Whiskey, Cold Spring Huckleberry Vodka, Jim Bridger Bourbon, and many more. Visit the tasting room, try signature craft cocktails, and purchase bottles today. Located at 121 West Main, Bozeman Spirits Distillery, downtown Bozeman.
Back courtside at First Interstate Bank broadcast position for the finale. It's Montana State and Idaho to close out the regular season today. A win for the Cats would mean a 5 seed in the Big Sky tournament, which was the seed they had on their run to their third straight tournament championship a year ago. All right, Brian, the Bobcats hosted the Idaho Vandals today. Let's get in and break down this Idaho team and see why they're going to be in hot water today. Brought to you by Mountain Hot Tub. Mountain Hot Tub is Montana's largest hot tub dealer since 1979. Your authorized hot spring spa dealer with locations in Bozeman, Butte, and Helena. What should we know about Idaho?
Idaho has two really, really good offensive players that are seniors, Gonzalez and Payne, and then a freshman, Mitchell, who has really stepped up. They've got a big kid, Mims, who is a shot block and rebound and fool, changes the game on that end. But they're just an offensive team. They shoot the three a lot and really well. Defensively, they're kind of a sieve. They give up a lot. Not a great defensive team. They change defenses a fair amount. Be interesting to see what they do tonight. And the Cats, game one, honestly, really came down to just a cruddy start by the Bobcats. 0-9 to start the first 3 minutes and came back, had a lead with 4 to go and just couldn't finish it, which has kind of been a theme in a lot of their losses this year. And at the end of the day, these teams are probably pretty evenly matched.
Well, the records would say so. They have identical 13-17 overall records and 8-9 conference records heading into the regular season finale today. All right, so that leads us smoothly into our Kendall Ford keys to the game. What are some of the keys you're looking for, Brian?
It's all defense for me tonight because Idaho is just so good offensively. Got to stop the three. They 49% from threes. Sorry, 49% of their shots are three-point attempts. Half of their shots in league are from three. They make 36% of them, which is among the league leaders and a good statistic nationally. That's 10 makes a game. And then you got to limit offensive rebounding. They get 10-plus offensive rebounds a game. Mims is huge on the offensive glass. And then finally got to hold them under 75. Crazy stat. Idaho is 1-17 when they score 75 or fewer on the season. Their lone victory, January 2nd, Montana State, 69-64. It was the only time all year they've won a game if they haven't scored 76 points.
All right, well, we'll see if the Bobcats can get that done. We'll get you caught up on what are some of the other scenarios and how the standings are all playing out. But our Wheat Montana weather report as we are into March. And, Brian, it's been a heck of a false spring for the last week or two, and still should be pretty decent the next week or so.
Yeah, snowing outside right now, but we had fall spring for a week, and now we'll have winter number 2 and
yep.
winter number 3 and 4.
It was kind of weird, honestly. We go to Portland, and it was kind of nice, like mid-50s, sunshine, felt like spring. And then we went to Sacramento, and it was like 70, and it felt like summer. And now we're back here. So we've kind of hit all 3 seasons over the last weekend for Montana State. All right, we're going to take a break. When we come back, we'll get you caught up on all the prognostications for what's coming up and down the pike as we prepare for Boise as we head into the regular season finale between Montana State and Idaho. You're listening to Bobcat Basketball, presented by Learfield.
Hello, tomorrow. We may not know exactly what you've got in store for us, for our routines and our normals. But here's the thing. Turns out, we've got this. We haven't seen everything, but we have seen ourselves be more ready for whatever you bring than we thought we would be. So when it comes to tomorrow, bring on the day. First Interstate, built for you. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender. Visit us at firstinterstate.com.
You are a Bobcat fan, and your seat matters. Section 108, right in the middle. And a perfect view of the fast break, alley-oop, and slam dunk. At Kendall Ford of Bozeman, we're a proud supporter of Montana State Athletics. We're big fans of teamwork, dedication, and helping customers find the best deal on the perfect vehicle to fit their needs. Where you sit matters, as in the driver's seat. Get started at KendallFordBozeman.com. Kendall, let's start something great.
The Northern Pulse Growers Association encourages industry professionals and growers of dry peas, chickpeas, lentils, and fava beans to become members in 2024. Members gain access to cutting-edge research, expert training, market insights, and connect with a Pulse-passionate community. Visit northernpulse.com to join the Northern Pulse Growers Association. Together, we're sowing the seeds of success.
World-class physicians, patient care that's second to none, the most advanced technology available. With a scorecard like that, you can trust Vance Thompson Vision to provide you with the best possible options for your vision. From LASIK to cataracts to everything in between, our surgeons and their teams root for their patients with as much dedication as diehard fans do for their favorite teams. Request your laser vision consultation from the official LASIK and cataract surgeon of the Bobcats. Visit VanceThompsonVision.com.
Universal Athletic has been a proud supporter of Bobcat Athletics for over 45 years. Check out their great selection of Bobcat apparel and accessories for all your game day needs. Shop in store at their North 7th Avenue location or online at shop.msubobcats.com for everything you need to cheer on your Bobcats. Universal Athletic, a proud supporter of Bobcat Athletics for over 45 years. Go Cats!
It's easy not to think about food security when there's food on the table, but right now, 1 out of 10 Montanans is hungry.
When families don't have adequate access to nutritious food, that takes a very real toll on people's health.
This is why Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Montana partners with Montana Food Bank Network.
Our interest at Blue Cross is we want the state, whether they're a member or not, to have adequate supply, access, composition of the food that they're able to get.
Learn more at bigblueskyinitiativemt.com.
Back courtside of the First Interstate Bank broadcast position. We're preparing today for Montana State and Idaho on Senior Day at the Brick. Always a special and memorable night in the basketball calendar. And boy, all those long days and short weeks have added up to the final day of the conference season with Boise starting coming up this weekend. All right, we know for sure the women are playing at noon on Sunday. That is written in pen. We know for sure they are the 1 seed. They will have the winner of the 9-10 matchup. We know Portland State is in at the 10 seed on the women's side, but we'll see where that 9 seed ends up. And for Montana State, still there is a chance they could end up having to share that title with NAU if Montana State were to lose, NAU were to win. But I think just to get an outright title means so much to me, at least in this conference, when you do play a true round robin.
Yeah, and it is the epitome of it. The 1 seed is valuable, but you've already got that locked up. The question tonight is, will the women play Myra or not? Because that is going to be significant against an Idaho team that's really good.
Yeah, no doubt. They've been the number 3 team in the league throughout the year on the women's side. All right, on the men's side, so much is up in the air as we get ready to go. So Northern Colorado and Montana are tied for first at 14-3. They're obviously both playing tonight. Montana plays late against Eastern at 9 o'clock our time. But whoever wins out of that, one team won, obviously they would win. But if there's a tie, Northern Colorado would be the 1 seed. Now, the part that concerns Montana State, they will be playing either Portland State or Idaho State. Both of those teams are sitting at 10-7. Portland State would not have the tiebreaker. Idaho State, what do we decide? Portland State has the tiebreaker, so they would be the 3 seed if both those teams won or both of those teams lost. So that's what we know there in that regard. And then Idaho and Montana State are right now tied for 5th place. Winner of this game would get the 5 seed. Loser would take the 6 seed. Remember, 5 versus 4 matchup on Monday or the 3 versus 6 matchup on Monday night. So that would either be a 5:30 or 8 o'clock tip-off. So a lot of fluctuation here right now, but if Montana State can get that 5 seed, you're feeling all right depending on how things play out.
Yeah, and you split with both those teams, one at home, lost on the road in both cases. I think if we were looking at it and you could choose, you'd lean Idaho State just a smidge just because of Portland State's athleticism.
Yeah, and they looked really good. They'll scare the heck out of you after the way they looked on Thursday night against Montana State, and then they went on and beat Montana in another good game. So they are world beaters at home. They have struggled on the road, and it'll be fascinating to see what they look like on a neutral court. But that's a Portland State team in a program right now that's starting to reach new heights, and if they end up tied for 3rd place, that'd be one of their best finishes in conference in over 10 years.
Yeah, no doubt about it. They had a run in the early 2000s, mid-2000s.
Yep, 08-09.
Yep, that was their back-to-back titles right there, but other than that, they really haven't done a lot.
Yep, so that would be their highest finish since 2011-2012 if they can finish in a tie for 3rd place. And then we know Sac State is the 10 seed, and then Weber, Eastern, and Northern Arizona are all playing on that first day as well. So that's where that is going, and then everybody else tips off with us at 7 o'clock. So that's what we're keeping an eye out for as we continue to move forward. The schedule is Northern Arizona at Idaho State. So Idaho State is at home, and Portland State is at home against Sac State today. So 2 games in which those guys should technically be favored for their senior days. We'll see how it plays out. But again, if that happens and Montana State wins, then you could see the 5 versus 4 seed being Montana State versus Idaho State, which we just talked about. And I think that would be the preferred outcome for MSU. And then Northern Colorado at Weber State and Eastern Washington at Montana. So that's what's coming up, and we'll see. But, man, Boise is right around the corner, and this is going to be a fascinating run. Even outside of Montana State, it is so even in the league right now.
Yeah, it really is. It feels like there is a little gap with Sac State, but even those top 2 seeds, they're not indefensible or unbeatable or whatever you want to say. Like, Boise's going to be ridiculous, and in fact, I'm not sure there's much hope the 1 seed wins it. I think it's going to be somewhere along the line, a few upsets.
Well, even last year, Idaho State and Sac State made it out of the first day into the semifinals. So, yeah, it's going to be interesting. In Montana, they've looked great. They've gotten really hot, but you don't want to peak too early. They don't have great depth. Northern Colorado, decent depth. They've got a lot of continuity, so they got off to the hot start. So, yeah, I don't know. If you're picking, it's going to be tough. But Portland State is going to be a dark horse for sure.
Yeah, they feel like the hottest team
no doubt
right now. They're playing the best basketball, but it's at home.
Right.
Like, that's been their issue, is getting outside of the city of Portland. They just haven't been very good, and so how will that play? But I do think there's a huge advantage to playing a game before a team does. So even though the 7 through 10s have to play a game to advance to play 1 and 2, that is an advantage. 3 through 6, it doesn't matter. Everybody's playing their first game, but that played out last year. It was huge.
Right. So then I ask you, the bottom 4 are going to be Northern Arizona, Eastern, Weber, Sac. Of those 4 teams, who would you place a bet on to make a deeper run and upset some teams?
Yeah, I don't want to play Weber under any circumstances. They've got 3. And no matter what you say, they've got the best player, in my opinion, in the league. He's the only guy in the league that could go for 40.
Yeah.
And he could do it on any given night. And if he does it in that first-round matchup, your team's probably going to win that game.
And we'll see how it all goes. It'll be Weber State and Sacramento State, presumably, if everything holds chalk on that first day, which you would favor Weber State heavily, and then they go into a matchup with either UNC or Montana. And if I'm UNC or Montana, I don't want to be in either of our stuff. So that's what we've got coming up as we get ready to go for Montana State and Idaho today from the Brick. It's going to be a good one tonight. They're getting ready to honor the seniors. We're going to take a break. When we come back, we'll sit down with head coach Matt Logie as we get set for the Bobcats and the Vandals. Back after this, you're listening to Bobcat Basketball, presented by Learfield.
Ready to build your brand? Think Inc. outside the box for your complete branding solutions. Located in Bozeman, Montana, we offer a full print shop for banners, signs, wraps, trade show booths and graphics, promotional products, and much more. If you can think it, we can ink it. We are a proud supporter and corporate sponsor of the MSU Bobcats. Like us on Facebook to see some of our cat wraps. Ready to build your brand? Think Inc. and call us at 406-922-6462 or visit us on the web at inkoutside.com.
Loaded Tortilla Soup is back at Qdoba. Savory veggie broth packed with flavor from tomatoes, peppers, onions, and spices. Enjoy loaded tortilla soup in a bowl or crunchy tortilla shell with your favorite protein and craveable toppings. That's right, the soup sensations fans have been raving about has returned. But not for long, so get it while it's hot. Loaded Tortilla Soup is back at Qdoba. Order today at Qdoba.com or in the app.
When a power line has fallen down, it can be downright dangerous and even deadly. That's because downed lines can still energize the ground and objects around them. To help keep you and others safe, Northwestern Energy says stay at least 35 feet or the length of a semi-truck away from a downed power line and anything the line is touching. You should always assume the line is live, and if you see a downed line, immediately call 911 and warn others. Northwestern Energy, delivering a bright future.
I wanted to put up a fence to protect my tomato plants. So I grabbed this, and then I did this. But instead of yielding a big crop, I hit a utility line and had to pay $1,200 in repairs. I didn't just lose my pride and joy, I could no longer afford the new stovetop I'd been saving up for. Next time, I'm going to make my free call to 811 before I dig.
Learn from Curry and hundreds of others. Call 811 before you dig.
Brought to you by Montana811.org.
Back on the pregame show, we're getting set for Montana State and Idaho on Senior Day. It's the final game of the regular season. I'm Keaton Gillogly alongside head coach Matt Logie. All right, Coach, end of the regular season, not the end of the year, but still always some finality as we get to this game, and you take a look at this senior class, and it's such an eclectic group from a guy like Brian Garacki, who you recruited at D2, to some guys who have won a lot of championships, and some other guys that have really trusted their senior year to you and this program. What's it like sending this senior group off today?
Yeah, you got a lot of different journeys in there, and I'm just really thrilled to be able to honor them tonight and celebrate each of their journeys, both at Montana State and together with me and our basketball family. You've got just a lot of guys that have meant a lot to this basketball program. You've got a number of guys that came here to be a part of that and to be a part of something special and bigger than themselves, and really took on the challenge of coming to a place that has high expectations and a target on its back, and have entrusted us with not only the end of their career, but in some cases like Tyler Patterson and Sam Leckalot have shown a tremendous amount of loyalty to Montana State, and Brian Garacki, who has been with me, for 5 years as well. Just incredibly grateful for the opportunity to coach all 6 of these young men.
And now heading into the final game of the regular season, coming off that great win, the biggest win of the year during conference play. What are you pulling from that game? Obviously, Tyler Patterson had a great shooting night. You're not expecting him to hit 8 threes every night, but ultimately, what are you pulling from that game that can carry you forward for a nice run?
Well, I think our guys really saw the blueprint and the vision that we've been trying to install for quite some time. And, when we play with great pace and great ball movement, it allows everybody to rise and get great shots. And while Saturday might have been a career night for Tyler Patterson, games like that, the ball could just as easily land in Brian Garacki's lap or other guys that are beneficiaries of just the quality of shots that we were able to create together. And so that's really what what it should look like, and hopefully we can build off of that here tonight.
All right, building off that, getting ready for this game against the Vandals. Two teams tied in the league standings right now. Winner of this will either have the winner of this will have the 5 seed in the Big Sky tournament. Looking at this Idaho team, one of the things that stands out: 4 of their players in Big Sky play are averaging about 10 points or more per game. What are you seeing from them in terms of their offensive balance right now?
Yeah, in many ways, they have an offensive style that's similar to ours, in that they have a lot of shooting out on the floor. They've got a couple guys that can really attack the rim off the dribble, and Tyler Linhart and Jack Payne. And a guy like Colton Mitchell can really get hot as well. And so 50% of their shots come from the 3-point line, and that's something that you've got to really take note of and try to limit. But at the same token, because they spread you out, that allows some of their slashing forward types to really play in isolation basketball at times, and you got to be really physical with that and try to take those high-quality shots away as well.
All right, we're looking forward to it. It's Montana State and Idaho today. Coach, appreciate the time and the insight.
Thanks a lot. Go Cats.
All right, we'll take a break. When we come back, we've got our starting lineups and tip-off between the Bobcats and the Vandals. For head coach Matt Logie, I'm Keaton Gillogly. This is Bobcat Basketball, presented by Learfield.
Hello, tomorrow. We may not know exactly what you've got in store for us, for our routines and our normals. But here's the thing. Turns out, we've got this. We haven't seen everything, but we have seen ourselves be more ready for whatever you bring than we thought we would be. So when it comes to tomorrow, bring on the day. First Interstate, built for you. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender. Visit us at firstinterstate.com.
World-class physicians, patient care that's second to none, the most advanced technology available. With a scorecard like that, you can trust Vance Thompson Vision to provide you with the best possible options for your vision. From LASIK to cataracts to everything in between, our surgeons and their teams root for their patients with as much dedication as diehard fans do for their favorite teams. Request your laser vision consultation from the official LASIK and cataract surgeon of the Bobcats. Visit VanceThompsonVision.com.
Montana Fence, located in Billings, Bozeman, Great Falls, and Kalispell, is Montana's largest fencing superstore. Get everything you need for your fencing projects at rock-bottom pricing. Low prices on all styles of farm fence, chain link, vinyl privacy, ornamental iron, cedar pickets, continuous panels, wood privacy. We have it all. Quality materials at truckload prices. Let the experts at Montana Fence help you plan your next project. Whether you use our team or do it yourself, check out Montana Fence.
The Ribbon Chop House was founded in 2001. Our ability to grow has come through our commitment to Rocky Mountain hospitality, a concept which incorporates a casual attitude with our high-level commitment to loyalty, safety, service, and quality food. At the Ribbon Chop House, our staff is dedicated to creating extraordinary experiences that raise the bar in each of our communities. Enjoy premium steaks, fresh seafood, and award-winning baby back ribs. We look forward to sharing a little Rocky Mountain hospitality with you.
With friendly customer service and an outstanding location near Montana State University and the base of the Bridger Mountain Range, Country Inn & Suites by Radisson is the perfect place to begin your Bozeman adventure. Country Inn & Suites offers a hot and delicious Be Our Guest breakfast buffet each morning. Free Wi-Fi is available throughout the property, and we have a business center and meeting rooms. Our indoor pool and hot tub is a great way to relax after a day of fun, and the on-site fitness center will keep your workout goals on track. We have spacious king and double queen suites with a full-size sleeper sofa available, and every room in Country Inn & Suites is smoke-free. Reserve your room today.
For all of your tree and lawn care needs, turn to Arbor Medic Tree and Lawn Care, a proud sponsor of MSU Athletics. Arbor Medic Tree and Lawn Care provides outstanding service for your landscape. For pruning, removals, stump grinding, tree moving, plant health care, and all of your landscaping maintenance needs. Check out Arbor Medic Tree and Lawn Care. Wade duly certified arborist.
On the Bobcat Sports Network from Learfield, Bobcat Basketball is brought to you by Town Pump Food Stores, proud sponsor of the Brawl of the Wild Series, and by First Interstate Bank, built for you. Go. Now turn it up. Turn it up. It's game time.
One-hand slam. That was a ham. Got it to go. It's just that kind of night. Right corner three. Bang!
Legends are made of.
Gets it up for the win. Got it. Ball game over. Bobcats win.
The Golden Bobcats continue their march. Montana State has done it.
We came here to win, and the best is yet to come.
Tip-off is just moments away from the First Interstate Bank broadcast booth. Here's the voice of the Bobcats, Keaton Gillogly.
It's the final game of the regular season, and Bobcat fans have come out in full force just as they have all season long. MSU leading the Big Sky in per-game attendance, and frankly, it's not really that close this year when you take a look at the numbers. Cat Country showed up and showed out all season long, and we get to watch them cheer on this Bobcat team one final time. All right, before we get to our starting lineups, let's pause 10 seconds for our network station identification. This is Montana State basketball.
AM 1450, KMMS, and K236CY Bozeman, 1340 KPRK Livingston, where Montana talks.
My name is Keaton Gillogly alongside Brian Priebe, and Trevor Nominuk is our producer tonight. All right, we're getting ready to go. The starting lineup for Idaho. Their backcourt is Jack Payne, Christian Gonzalez, Colton Mitchell, and then Julius Mims in the front court, the building's native, and Tyler Merce. On the other side, Jay Mullins back in the starting lineup again. Bryce Sheffer, Tyler Patterson, Max Ogbong-Polo, and Sam Lecolot for head coach Matt Logie. Brandon Walker did not play at Sacramento State due to a coach's decision. I can assure you he's not injured, and there's no off-the-court drama or anything in that regard, so you don't have to worry about that. But we'll see what happens with Brandon Walker today. That sounds like it is to be determined. But Brian, here we go. Big game for the Cats, trying to secure a 5 seed in the tournament.
Yeah, get yourself on a 2-game win streak heading into the tournament, and potentially a little bit better matchup depending on how things play out tonight.
Ball is tossed in the air, and the tip is won by the Montana State Bobcats. And here we go from Worthington Arena one final time in this infuriating and exciting 2024-2025 season. Sam Lecolot with the first bucket of the day. Jabe Mullins with the pass from the top, and Lecolot using that big body inside to bully it up off the window for 2 points.
Yeah, great little fake there. The Bobcats are going to score tonight. That's not going to be a problem. Can they get enough stops and take away the 3 of Idaho?
This is a very balanced offensive attack for Idaho this year. Mims has it at the top. He hands it off for Mitchell, the Idaho State transfer who's had a great year. He steps back for a long 2, and it's good. Had his foot on the line, and Colton Mitchell pours in his first 2 points of the night. A redshirt freshman. He's a very good player.
Yeah, he is their future as a program right now. He's the young player who's made a huge difference early in this, or all season.
Max Ogbong-Polo slash into the cup from the left corner, finishes in the middle of the lane with the right hand. First 2 points for Max Ogbong-Polo, who now has 894 in his 6-year career. Bobcats lead 4-2. 18:40 to go, first half, and Mims gets inside and draws the foul. Patterson and Lecolot converge defensively, but that was a pretty open cut, and the foul goes on Lecolot, his first.
Yeah, and you want to make a guy like Mims earn some shots from the line. You definitely don't want him getting into this game with momentum plays like dunks and different things. So I think it's a good foul to spend early. Like Bobcats, 2 layups, 2 possessions. You love the fact they're able to get in the paint early.
Mims at the line. His first free throw is good. Julius Mims, the alumni of Billings Skyview, his second year here at the University of Idaho, and he had the absolutely monster game in Idaho's win here last year with 15 points, 14 rebounds, and a bunch of Mims fans from Billings in attendance.
Yeah, he's got some supporters without question, and it's somewhat a senior night for him as well.
He knocks down the second free throw. The Bobcats and Vandals are tied at 4. 18 minutes, 30 seconds to go in the first half. Sam Lecolot bobbles it up at the top, but he's comfortable with it. Hands it off now to Tyler Patterson on the right wing. Gets free for 3. That's in and out. Fight for the rebound. And won by Idaho. Tyler Merce came in and took it away from Sam Lecolot. Idaho into the front court. Pass is tipped out of bounds by Jay Mullins. It'll stay with Idaho, 19 to shoot.
Got a really good crew tonight officiating this. Not a lot of games in the western half of the country on a Monday night, so good crew here. Should be well officiated.
It's amazing how much of a difference that makes as Colton Mitchell gets to the free throw line, misses the jumper, and Ogbong Polo knocks it out of bounds. It'll stay with Idaho, so they'll put 20 on the shot clock. 17:59 to go first half. We're tied at 4 between the Bobcats and the Vandals.
Yeah, and that's the offensive rebounding you got to take care of. Mims takes up so much space. He's so athletic and gets so many hands-on balls around the offensive glass. Bobcats have got to take that away.
Jay Mullins with a block at the three-point line. He just took it out of hands. Out to the left wing. Ogbong Polo, the transition three, left it short. And Idaho has the rebound. It would have been a big moment. Three did not fall, and the Vandals go back to work offensively. Kind of a quiet, understated start as Zephyr knocks it free. The Bobcats, and then he just threw it away from the seat of his pants, and Idaho has it back on the drive. A block. Sam Lecolot got up, and then a foul on Julius Mims. That's a weird sequence. Mullins had the block, missed three. Zephyr a steal, lost it, and then a block, and then a foul on Idaho.
Yeah, all defense, though, and the Bobcats are going to win this game if they play on the defensive end. Again, I just think Idaho's defense has enough holes. They're going to get enough good shots. Right now, 2 for 2 on layups, 0 for 2 from behind the arc. Got to keep attacking the paint.
That was the 57th career block for Sam Lecolot. Lecolot has it at the top. He dials up a three. No good. Rebound tipped back, and Lecolot has it on a hop. Back to Ogbong Polo. Pumps the left corner three. Attacks the rim. Cannot finish, but they call it a foul. Isaiah Brickner with the contest. His first foul, and that will send Max Ogbong Polo to the line.
And that shows his veteran nature. 6-year guy, had an open three, instead gives the shot fake to Mims, who's going to take it as a shot blocker, and goes and attacks the rim.
So Ogbong Polo dials it up at the line and misses the first free throw. Free throw shooting the last couple of games has not been good. Bobcats went 5 of 8 at Sacramento State and really struggled. May have cost them the game against Montana the previous Saturday. Next shot is good. 3 points for Ogbong Polo in the early going. Bobcats leading 5-4. 17 minutes to go, first half. Colton Mitchell takes it to the right wing. Bounce pass underneath, cut to the rack, righty layup is good. Jack Payne with an easy finish. His first 2 points. He's their leading scorer in conference play at 12 a game. MSU down by 1 with the ball. Hand off to Patterson, coming off the left wing. Throws back to the left corner. Bounce pass down to the left baseline for Lecolot. Back to the basket, throws out to Mullins. He triggers a three. In and out. Rebound tipped out of bounds. And it's going the other way. It'll be Idaho basketball.
Yeah, right now I'm telling you, when the Bobcats are just patient enough to attack the paint, they're going to get something good, but they can't just settle. Hit open threes, shoot threes, no problem, but get them off of inside-outside action.
Idaho with a basketball to our right. Brickner pivoting at the elbow, throws it out to the top, and it's hauled in by Payne. He's on the drive, down to the left block, got stripped by Mullins, and it's out of bounds. Staying here with 7 seconds on the shot clock for Idaho, but Jay Mullins making his defensive presence known very early tonight.
Yeah, quick block there, good deflection. Short shot clock now, 7 seconds.
Inbound to Payne down to the left baseline, gets it off to Mitchell, 4 to shoot. Mitchell working on Zephyr, 2, puts up a contested 3, airballed it. Sam Lecolot makes the catch, and they let it play out. Lecolot from right to left. Stops on the left wing, gives it to Mullins, back to Lecolot at the top of the key. Bounce pass underneath, Mullins. Shovel pass to the right corner. Ogbong Polo lobs to Zephyr at the top. Then to Lecolot. Still beyond the arc. Handoff for Patterson coming off a screen. Back to Lecolot. Kick out right wing. Ogbong Polo. His 3. In and out. Rebound tipped. Knocked out of bounds. And it will be Montana State ball. So the Bobcats will hang with it. Good effort on the glass, but the shot not falling early. MSU 0 for 5 from downtown, but just 1 or 2 will get this place up and rocking. All right, a defensive stalemate to start the night. 15:34 to go first half. Vandals lead the Bobcats 6-5. Back after this, you're listening to Bobcat Basketball, presented by Learfield.
For all of your tree and lawn care needs, turn to Arbor Medic Tree and Lawn Care, a proud sponsor of MSU Athletics. Arbor Medic Tree and Lawn Care provides outstanding service for your landscape. For pruning, removals, stump grinding, tree moving, plant health care, and all of your landscaping maintenance needs. Check out Arbor Medic Tree and Lawn Care. Wade duly certified arborist.
The roar of the crowd, the thunder of thousands of fans stomping their feet as the Bobcats take the field. For Mary, her chronic hip pain kept her from the thrill of her favorite pastime. Thanks to the revolutionary orthopedic care from Bozeman's local orthopedic groups and the Bozeman Health Spine and Joint Institute, Mary was back on her feet and back in the game. If chronic spine and joint pain is keeping you from the activities you love, start your journey by visiting bozemanhealth.org/SJI.
At Montana State University, students shape signature experiences that take them across the state and into local communities. MSU is dedicated to its land-grant mission, integrating transformational learning, discovery, and service that improves lives. You'll find our students teaching across Montana, conducting research in the heart of Yellowstone National Park, or even creating small shelter prototypes to address homelessness. Montana State University. Think outside.
Real milk is a nutrient-rich product. It contains 13 essential nutrients from vitamin A to zinc, all of which are important for a healthy immune system and overall wellness. That's 13 nutrients with seemingly endless benefits. Reach for milk and make every sip count. We're at the First Interstate Bank broadcast position. 15 minutes, 34 seconds to go in the first half. The Vandals are leading the Bobcats 6-5 in the early going. Brian, the shot's not really falling early, but we are seeing some defense.
Yeah, defense is really playing both directions, and the Bobcats at this point have shown a little propensity to miss some threes. They've missed 5 straight shots overall, haven't scored a field goal in 3.5 minutes. Idaho on the other side is 0 for 3 from behind the arc. And the only difference in the game right now is a missed free throw.
All right, one of the rare times in broadcasting I get to say I was wrong. I said it was Bobcat ball going to the break. I was wrong. It was Idaho basketball, and they will start offensively coming out of the under-16 media timeout. Jack Payne working down the left baseline, double-team Schrapp, gets rid of it with a pass to the top, around to the right wing. Here's a three. That's no good from year out, and the fight for the rebound is won by Jay Mullins. He's pushing without numbers, hands it off for Tyler Patterson. Back to Mullins, the Bobcats set it up. Pat McMahon checked in during that last media timeout. Here's Zephyr down to underneath the cup. He kicks it out, the pass is intercepted. Colton Mitchell grabs it. Idaho from left to right. Year out, slows it down, throws around to the right wing for Brickner. DJ wrecks traffic with a left-handed dribble, now puts it on the floor, working on Tyler Patterson, gets down to the top of the restricted area, jacks it up and draws the foul. Tyler Patterson with his first, and we'll see free throws for Isaiah Brickner in his first year at Idaho after transferring from Marist out in New York.
Boy, and you talk about the balance that Idaho brings to the table. So far, 3 baskets or 3 sets of 2 points scored, all by different guys. Brickner could make it the 4th.
And he does as he hits the first free throw. And Brian Garacki celebrating his senior night on the way in. And preseason all-conference this year, it has not gone the way he has wanted it. He just came off a 5-game drought where he did not score, but knocked down 3 threes this weekend on the Pacific Coast trip. We'll see if he's got an encore saved for us. Next free throw is good.
Well, if Garacki goes into Boise and gets hot, Patterson, we already know, he's an adopted son of the city of Boise and plays so well down there every year. You get 2 wings shooting it really well in a place like that, you could find yourself winning that deal.
Down underneath, Pat McMahon lays it up and in. Sam Lekelot with a bounce pass, an assist sponsored by Aware Mental Health Services, and Pat McMahon knocks it down underneath. Bobcats trailing by 1. Kick out to the top for the Vandals. Here's a 3. That's no good. Off the back iron, and Bryce Zephyr skies for the rebound. MSU from right to left, and the home whites. Jay Mullins works his way into the paint, leans in, lays it home with the right hand. Jay Mullins putting on a show with a quick slash.
And the Cats with 4 layups, and there you go. Points in the paint. Got to get the ball into the paint and then kick out threes. That's where this team is going to thrive.
Around to Jack Payne, not Jack Lane, their former quarterback. Down to the left baseline. Double team Schrapp. 8 to shoot. Got to get rid of it. 6. Pass to the elbow, out to the top. Brickner tries for 3. That's no good. The Bobcats track down the rebound. Good hustle, good hands from Patrick McMahon. McMahon to the right wing, works his way down to the right baseline, back to the basket, backing it in and backing down. Shoulder to chest, spins in, banks it up, got it to go. Pat McMahon now with 4 points. Some contact, no call, but McMahon finishes anyway.
And that's 5 buckets in the paint. That, again, is just, it's going to key and open up those three-point shots. Any second, you're going to see an explosion of Bobcat threes.
Brickner hands it off the top. Here's Mitchell, works his way inside, kicks it back out. The left wing three is up and good. Brickner pouring it in from deep on the left wing. A 48% three-point shooter, but only his 14th of the year. We're tied at 11. Mullins into the lane, got blocked by Mitchell. The loose ball grabbed by Idaho. Chickaduka, Jed Miller will check in the next whistle. Transition left wing three is good. Tyler Linhart getting hot, and Idaho knocking down a couple of their long-range shots. They're averaging almost 10 threes per game.
And that's the thing you have to take away is those threes, especially in transition for the Vandals.
Garacki, he's open, got blocked. Loose ball recovered by MSU. Back to Garacki, into the lane, goes up with the right hand, finger rolls it up and in. Good stick with it by Garacki. Boy, look wide open there. Then Payne closed quickly and got a hand on that ball, but still turns into 2 for MSU.
How about nothing but 4 minutes of defense turning into nothing but 3 or 4 minutes of pure offense? This game has shifted to a very offensive-oriented struggle.
Layup, no. Good defense by Lekelot as he went to work on Brickner. The Bobcats running it the other way. Zephyr gets underneath, almost turned it over. And the Bobcats settle it down as we get under the 12-minute mark of the first half. Zephyr into the lane, kicks it out. Garacki, he's open. His right corner three. Book it. Welcome back, Brian Garacki. Sweet relief to knock down that three ball at the brick.
So good to see. So big for this team heading to Boise to get him playing well on the offensive end.
Idaho with the ball to our right. It's a 2-point lead for the Bobcats. Lob into the lane. Knock free. Garacki had the defense again. And Jade Mullins picks up the loose change. Ahead. McMahon to the rack. Got blocked. And Idaho has the loose ball. Jack Payne got up to the rack first. Now Mitchell on the drive going to the cup. He can't finish. And a foul on the rebound. Brickner came in and gave a full forearm shove to Brian Garacki. So the foul on Brickner, that's his second. That's a big foul on one of their key players. All right, we'll step aside. We got a good one. Final one, the brick this season. 11 minutes, 13 seconds to go in the first half. Bobcats 16, Vandals 14. Back to the First Interstate Bank broadcast position after this. You're listening to Bobcat Basketball, presented by Learfield.
If you're in need of structural engineering for your residential, commercial, or wireless telecommunications project, Ascent Engineering provides comprehensive solutions for your project's success. Ascent Engineering is now serving the Big Sky Country in southwestern Montana. Whether it's a new residential home, new commercial building, long-awaited remodel, covered outdoor living space, retaining wall, or telecommunications tower, Ascent Engineering is your expert at providing forensics, assessments, or designs. Ascent Engineering is a proud supporter of your Montana State Bobcats.
When garage door issues happen, don't just call anybody. Call the pros at DoorTech. Our family-owned and operated business happily serves the Gallatin Valley. We install and service residential, commercial, and custom overhead doors and operators. With factory-trained and certified technicians, we're committed to quality, value, and long-term relationships. Call us at 582-1623 and let us help you with the solution to all your garage door needs. DoorTech is raising the door on quality. Your region's only premier authorized Rainer dealer.
Town & Country Foods is a proud supporter of Bobcat Athletics. As a locally owned company, we believe the benefit of buying local helps support the local economies in southwest Montana. Our stores offer great selections of items you need every day, including organics, specialty foods, fresh meats and produce, along with incredible selections from our bakery and deli departments. Town & Country Foods is 100% employee-owned and serves southwest Montana with 8 locations. Visit your local Town & Country Foods today. Go Cats!
This game is brought to you by the Montana State Fund, covering Montana's workers with workers' comp and safety know-how. Workplace safety, you're naked without it. More at safemt.com. 11 minutes, 13 seconds to go in the first half. Bobcats leading the Vandals 16-14, and it's been a tight one so far, Brian.
Yeah, I mean, both teams have had a little run here. Bobcats are doing a pretty good job on the defensive end here. Got Idaho at 33%. Gave up a couple threes, which you got to take care of. Idaho's such a different team when Mims is in and out of the game. Defensively, they're so much better when he's in there to protect the rim a little bit and clean up the rebound. And even offensively, his rebounding is pretty impactful. He's back in after taking a little break.
Mims with 30 total blocks this year, averaging 6 rebounds and about 9 points per game. Pat McMahon with the basketball to our left. McMahon works his way into the lane, kicks it out to Jed Miller, getting his first minutes. Chika Naduka into the game as well. He takes a bounce pass for Miller. Naduka gives it back to Miller, working in the right corner. Bounce pass down to the right baseline, back to Miller, tries a three. In and out, and the rebound grabbed by Idaho. Bobcats have started 1 of 8 from 3, but there have been some good looks in the early going.
Yeah, that one right there is pretty wide open. It's great when your point guard gets matched up against the center, uses speed and get a little space.
Miller's been mired in a bit of a shooting slump lately as well. Idaho with the ball, trailing by 2. They try a 3 for the lead. That is short. The Bobcats have the rebound pushed out ahead. Here's Pat McMahon out of the break. 2-hand slam. Pat McMahon putting a highlight on the reel in his final game at the Brick this year.
Beautiful pass by Jed Miller off the defensive glass, getting the quick outlet and giving McMahon a lane to go score it.
Jed Miller, 8 assists in the game against Sacramento State on Saturday. Bobcats back up by 4. We reached the midway point of the first half. Out to the right wing, quick trigger 3. No good from JoJo Anderson, and Pat McMahon has the rebound. Bobcats doing a nice job on the glass. They're +3 in the early going. Hand off at the top. McMahon on the drive, gets underneath, leans in, banks it. No, but he draws the foul and will go to the line. That thing went off the window, kind of rolled around the front iron and decided, I don't want to go in. Christian Gonzalez, his first foul of the night. Pat McMahon going to the line. Already 6 points for Patrick McMahon. Had 13 on Saturday and had 15 in the first meeting with this Idaho team.
Yeah, he's just, again, another guy. The Bobcats are loaded at the wings with guys that can put it through the hoop, and can those guys all play well for 3 straight nights? That's the key.
First free throw is good for McMahon, who's been getting to the line a little bit more as of late. Hey, Bobcat fans, your support to the Bobcat Collective powers NIL opportunities for our Bobcat student athletes, helping them thrive on and off the field. Join today and make a real impact. Next free throw. That is good. So McMahon hits them both. Bobcats continuing to edge out this run a little bit over the last 2.5 minutes. Now 6-point lead with 9:40 to go first half. Here's a drive down to the post. Payne has to shovel it out to the top, around to the right wing. A 3 is good. Long-range shot, Titus Year out. An Idaho native pours in that 3 ball, his 7th of the year.
Idaho 5 makes, 3 of them threes. It's really why they're so close right now, just down 3 points.
But they're only shooting 30% from deep. They're 35 on the year. McMahon underneath draws the fouls. Chika Naduka had a nice pass underneath. That foul will go on Year out, his first. Bobcats will inbound, but that's a nice find by Chika Naduka. He can do some of those little things.
Yeah, Naduka does all the things that help your team win. He doesn't score very much, but he passes, he defends, he rebounds, gets deflections.
And now Idaho with a deflection. Payne in transition. Blocked and goaltend. Now they should be able to look at that if they want, but they're going to say he took that off the glass. So it sounds like they'll take a look at the media. If they call the goaltending, they can look at it at the media timeout. And the official did just confirm to Logie that they will.
Yeah, it was really close. I would have thought it was goaltend, but not totally sure, and the video replay will tell us.
So they'll replay that later. For now, it counts. The Cats have a 1-point lead, 8:50 to go first half, 10 to shoot. MSU with the ball. Miller, bounce pass underneath. Naduka to the rack, high off the window with a floater, and he kisses it off the glass and in. Chika Naduka gets a bucket on senior night. 538 career points for Naduka. Down to the left baseline. Anderson has to kick it out to the top. JoJo Anderson actually played with Reed Brown, one of the GAs here for Montana State at Whitworth, and now we're going to have a late whistle on Brian Garacki for a foul. Fans and crowd and Logie are not going to like it. Kind of felt like, well, let's just watch it here. Mims went up, kind of jumped up underneath or over Garacki while Garacki was trying to kind of box him out.
Yeah, I thought Garacki kind of put an arm bar on the hip, and when Mims jumped, the arm bar was there. The official says it knocks him off balance, makes a difference. I don't think it would have mattered in the play because the ball hit the rim, so Mims wasn't going to come up with it.
Yeah, when you box out a player who's in the air, you're going to get called for the foul. And now Naduka with a foul on Mims. And Chika picks up his first, so Julius Mims will go to the line. Join Champs' new Kids Club, presented by Billings Clinic Bozeman. Your $40 membership fee gets you game tickets, Bobcat gear, and more. Sign up today at msubobcats.com/champskidsclub.
Yeah, the second foul on Mims is a no-doubter there. Yeah. Chika tried to get his hand in the cookie jar real quick, but it got caught. led to the 2 shots.
Bims will set it up. Preseason all-conference this year. Free throw is good. Obviously, it's for a rival team, but it's always nice to see Montana kids playing in the Big Sky. It's so darn rare.
Yeah, there just aren't many Montana kids playing Division I basketball at all right now, and Mims obviously being one of them with the junior college route to find his way to ultimately get to Idaho.
Yeah, played at North Idaho College as he knocks down that free throw, where he was a double-double average, 17 points, 10 rebounds, and he was a JUCO All-American before he found his way here to Idaho. Bobcats lead by 1 with the ball. 8:05 to go first half. Patterson off a screen, rises, fires, misses left, and the rebound grabbed by Idaho. The Bobcats 1 of 9 from downtown to start this Monday night. You're out on the drive, down to the right baseline, brings it back out, slings to the top. Anderson backs it out beyond the arc. 7:45 to go in the first half. Anderson kicks it out. Payne goes back to Anderson. Around to the left wing. Payne tries a deep contested 3. That's no good. Rebound tipped out. The Bobcats win it. Miller ahead to Pat McMahon. Thrown up to the top for Naduka, and he directs traffic. Shovel pass to McMahon. Right around a screen. Back to his left. Handoff for Naduka. Out to Miller. Back to Naduka at the free throw line. Bounce pass underneath. Ogbong Polo rises and rips the rim with a 2-hand slam. How about that ball movement? And Max Ogbong Polo with 5 points on his senior night.
And this is why Brandon Walker's not playing right now. It's Chicken Naduka can make those kinds of plays. He keeps the offense moving. Great read, great pass, 2 points.
Left wing 3, no good. Bims an offensive rebound. Idaho back to work. Now a left baseline or a left side jumper, and that's up and in. Colton Mitchell with a mid-range J near the elbow, and the Vandals cut it to 1. Bobcats leading 24-23.
Yeah, and right now those 2 offensive rebounds, 3 now offensive rebounds that Idaho has are causing pain.
Jed Miller with a little crossover and 3 ball. Jed Miller from the right wing. 2 Bobcats slipped on that play, and Jed Miller said, don't worry, I'll take care of this. Now a shot on the other side, no good. Tipped rebound, offensive board, put back up and in. Titus Yearout got up and was able to finish. 27-25, MSU leading, 6.25 to go first half.
Yeah, second chance points 6-3 right now. Bobcats got to clean up the glass.
Miller had his pass tipped back to him by Mims, and Miller goes back to work. Looked like it was a Harlem Globetrotters bit. Down to the left baseline, Naduka throws underneath. Ogbong Polo, 1 dribble, floats it up. No, didn't have the touch. Idaho the rebound and a chance to tie or take the lead.
Boy, love a guy to use the glass right there when you get in tight.
Miller nearly tipped it away. Vandals maintain the possession. Jack Payne sets it up. Throws to Mitchell. Moves left to the top of the key. Mitchell weaves to the free throw line. Throws out to the right corner. Year out with a pump fake. Works his way down to the right block. Runs into a double team, and it's knocked out of bounds by Chika Naduka. It'll stay with Idaho. 7 seconds to shoot. But first, a timeout for the First Interstate Bank broadcast position. 5:36 to go in the first half. Bobcats leading the Vandals 27-25. You're listening to Bobcat Basketball presented by Learfield.
The power of we believes in you. It advocates for you. It completes your circle. It makes sure you have the strongest circle possible. And with Intermountain Health in yours, you'll always have the care you need to live the healthiest life possible. That's the power of we. Intermountain Health.
Bobcat fans, support both your favorite team and Montana State students. When you shop at MSU bookstores, you help lower the price of course materials for Montana State students. MSU Bookstore is owned by MSU students and faculty and serves as the only not-for-profit campus bookstore in Montana. Shop online at msubookstore.org, at Bobcat Stadium on game days, or on campus in the Strand Union Building. Remember, Bobcat fans, when you shop at MSU Bookstore, all proceeds from your purchase go directly to lowering the cost of course materials for Montana State students.
Hitting the road? When you download the Fuel Forward app, you save up to 20 cents per gallon on your first fill up at Conoco stations. Because that's what the app does. A simple, straightforward way to keep you moving forward. Fuel Forward. 20 cents is a combined savings of 5 cents every day off per gallon, plus an extra 15 cents off per gallon for first-time users up to 30 gallons. Offer valid once for a new Fuel Forward app user through 6/30/2025. Participating locations only.
Montana's Ribbon Shop House has been serving Rocky Mountain communities for over 20 years. Our ability to grow has come through our commitment to Rocky Mountain hospitality, a concept which incorporates a casual attitude with our commitment to loyalty, safety, service, and quality food. We hope you'll be our guest at one of our Montana locations soon. We have our final Cat Chat of the year tomorrow night at 6:30 p.m. over at the Ribbon Shop House. We've been saving some of the best for last. We got Sam Lecolot and Esmeralda Morales joining the show, along, of course, with Coach Binford and Coach Logie. All right, Brian, 5:36 to go first half. MSU leading 27-25 over the Vandals. What do you see?
Yeah, it's a fun game right now. Defense was the story for 4 minutes. Since then, it's been a lot of pretty good offense. Idaho's offense is behind the arc. 3 of their 8 makes are there, and the Bobcats already have 18 points in the paint in the first half. That might be a record for the first 15 minutes on this season.
And eventually those threes will start falling. So far, just 2 Wendy's 3 balls for the Bobcats. They're 2 of 10 from deep, but a lot of open looks. Lob in out to the right wing back to Mers. Only 4 to shoot for Idaho. Into the lane, 2. Puts it up, blocked by Jay Mullins, and it's a shot clock violation. Jay Mullins, a couple of big blocks underneath. Boy, he is making an impact defensively tonight.
Showed more emotion right there than he might have showed in every game combined.
Yeah.
He was pretty fired up. He blocked it, and then as he had trouble recovering and get the second shot off, he blocked Brickner again.
Yeah, he has slowly started to bring it out some. And, boy, you know, that emotion on senior night always starts to bubble over one way or the other. Lecolot works it down to the left block, back to the basket against Mims. Out to the left wing for Miller, 10 to shoot. Back to Lecolot, around to Garacki, right wing, 7. Garacki throws to the left corner, out to Miller. He's open, left wing, 3 ball. Book it. Jed Miller finding the stroke late. He's got a pair of threes. MSU leads by 5.
And that's the ball movement we've been dying for all year that all of a sudden is here as the Bobcats have gone with Lecolot and Chicken Naduka a lot more at the 5 spot.
4:45 left of the first half. Mitchell working against Lecolot. Works his way into the paint. Jump pass out to the left wing. Catch and shoot 3. Way too strong. Bricked it out of the hands of Murris. And the Bobcats have the rebound. Miller to the top. Picks up the dribble. Gives to Lecolot on the left wing. Nearly had it taken away. The active hands by Mitchell, but Lecolot recovers. Around to Miller, right wing. Moves to the right sideline. Bounce down to Lecolot, right baseline. Back to the basket. Back and in. He's got a smaller man on him. Powering through contact. Good and 1. That's Sam Lecolot taking a guard to school on senior day.
And more points in the paint for Montana State as they just pound the paint over and over. Great mismatch in transition. Mims gets caught off Lecolot, and it's all Sam at the rim.
The 132nd career game for Sheridan Sam out of Wyoming. Sitting with 484 career points as he dials up a chance at the and 1. No good, and the rebound grabbed by Idaho. MSU leading by 7, 4:10 to go first half.
Quick little 5-0 run. The Cats have held Idaho scoreless now for 2.5 minutes.
Mitchell hands it off for Mims. Throws over to the right wing, Mitchell. Has the dribble against Mullins. Drives and lost it out of bounds. Bobcat ball. He tried to pick up the dribble and sling it along the baseline. Just too heavy a dribble, and it goes out of bounds. It'll be Bobcat ball when we come back to the First Interstate Bank broadcast position. From Bozeman on senior night, it's the Bobcats 32, the Vandals 25, 3:54 to go in the first half. You're listening to Bobcat Basketball, presented by Learfield.
It was a nice spring day, so I decided to do a little work around the house. I didn't think anything of it. I've dug 1,000 holes 1,000 times until I hit a shallow gas line. The repair cost me over $5,000, and in one fell swoop, the family vacation was kaput. I know I'm not the only one, but it still hurts. Next time I'm calling 811 before I dig.
Learn from Jerry and hundreds of others. Call 811 before you dig.
Brought to you by Montana811.org.
Bozeman Spirits Distillery. Craft distilling award-winning spirits since 2014. Making some of your favorites like Bobcat Gold Bourbon, Montana 1889 Whiskey, Cold Spring Huckleberry Vodka, Jim Bridger Bourbon, and many more. Visit the tasting room, try signature craft cocktails, and purchase bottles today. Located at 121 West Main, Bozeman Spirits Distillery, downtown Bozeman.
Ready to build your brand? Think Inc. outside the box for your complete branding solutions. Located in Bozeman, Montana, we offer a full print shop for banners, signs, wraps, trade show booths and graphics, promotional products, and much more. If you can think it, we can ink it. We are a proud supporter and corporate sponsor of the MSU Bobcats. Like us on Facebook to see some of our cat wraps. Ready to build your brand? Think Inc. and call us at 406-922-6462 or visit us on the web at inkoutside.com.
The unexpected happens every day. When it does, head to Kohl's and Kohls.com for everything your family needs. Kohl's, where families come first. 3:54 to go in the first half. MSU leading 32-25 against Idaho. And right now, Brian, one of the key thoughts here with Brandon Walker not playing in the last game, not playing so far today, is the assists to made baskets ratio right now. The Bobcats had a phenomenal number against Sacramento State when they racked up 23 assists on 34 makes. Today, 9 assists, sponsored by Aware Mental Health Services, but 9 assists on 13 makes.
Yeah, the ball just moves a little bit crisper. It doesn't get stalled and stopped, and that's just the difference in type of player. Now, you give up a little bit in rebounding and a little scoring, but if the offense becomes more efficient, the Cats shoot 54%, maybe that's the trade you make, and right now it looks like Idaho's going to jump into a zone for the first time tonight.
Well, that's 54% without knocking down a bunch of three balls. There was maybe some fool's gold in that Sac State game with all the threes that were falling. Out to the right wing for Jed Miller. Works his way to the right elbow, throws it back out to Lekalot. Handoff for Garacki. He tries a three. That's no good. And a foul. It's on Idaho going for the rebound, and it is Colton Mitchell who picks it up. And that was Sam Lekalot who drew the foul because of his intensity trying to go grab a rebound.
Yeah, and I think Sam's going to the line. He'll get a one-on-one out of that. Colton Mitchell's a guy who plays really hard, but boy, does he get whiny when he doesn't get a call. He threw the pass. He was trying to whip around out of bounds and turned it over a couple seconds ago, and right there draws a foul. Both times, a lot of whining to the officials.
Free throw is good on the 1-and-1 from Sam Lekalot. That's nice to see. 74% this year. But it's been a little bit of an epidemic the last 2 games. Really 3 games. Next free throw is good. 6 points now for big Sam Lekalot, who's got a lot of jewelry in his house. Idaho with the ball to our right. Toss over to the right wing. Gonzalez works his way down to the mid-post. Kick out to the top of the key. Linhart works his way down inside, scoops it up with the left hand, no good. Mullins had the defense, Lekalot the rebound. Here comes MSU with a 9-point lead. Mullins to the top, left around to screen to the wing, throws back to Miller at the top of the key. Hand off to Lekalot as the Bobcats get organized. Lekalot wanted to fire it inside, didn't have the room. To Patterson, back to Lekalot, gets to the rack, lays it up and in. Patterson and Lekalot teaming up, a couple of Bobcats for life. 8 points for Lekalot.
9-0 run for the Cats, puts them up 11. All points in the paint.
Here's a three. Murris can't get it to fall. And we got a whistle and a jump ball. Brian Garacki came in and tied it up. It'll stay with Idaho. And the Vandals will inbound with 2:39 to go in the first half. Bobcats 36, Vandals 25. Zephyr in, McMahon in, Patterson, Miller off.
Boy, you just see the difference in Bobcats offense is just clicking. Now, the only asterisk you put is I just don't think Idaho's a very good defensive team, but they did it at Sac State, who is a pretty good defensive team.
Into the lane, Linhart has to kick it out. Throws into the post, and Mitchell gets the rack, lays it up, no, but a foul as he went into the belly of Patrick McMahon. That's the first foul on Patrick McMahon. The Bozeman Come On In Hotel and Suites is a proud sponsor of MSU Athletics and the Montana State Alumni Association. The Come On In allows you to escape the ordinary while enjoying their numerous hotel and guest room amenities. Visit ComeOnIn.com today to book your stay tonight. Mitchell to the line. First of 2 is good. Bobcats have shooting 54% while going just 3 of 12 from the three-point line. Pretty crazy split. Next free throw is good. So Mitchell hits them both. He has 6, averages just over 11 a game. Inbound to Bryce Zephyr. A little bit of pressure on that inbounds pass. But the Bobcats cleanly across the timeline. Garacki throws it out to Zephyr. Back to Garacki. Around to the right wing, Mullins. He's open. His three. That's good. Jay Mullins keeps the good vibes flowing. He's got 5 after the right wing three.
Yeah, and all of a sudden the Cats have hit 4 threes and have more threes than Idaho.
And it's a turnover. Boy, a big punch in the air by Bryce Zephyr, who's fired up. It was a pass attempt by Mitchell along the baseline. Garacki and Zephyr were there. They went up. It went off of their hands and then came down on Mitchell on his back while he was standing out of bounds. So big break for MSU, and those are the breaks you earn with some hustle and defense. Bobcats with it with a 12-point lead. 1:50 to go first half. McMahon down to the mid-post, turns around, hooks it up, left it short and flat, and a rebound by Julius Mims in Idaho. Out to the right wing, Jack Payne. Throws up to Mitchell at the top. Working out on the left wing, throws into the left corner, Lindhart. He shuffles back out to the top, throws to Gonzalez. Christian Gonzalez on the drive, draws the hand check foul. Don't reach in there. And Bryce Zephyr tagged for it. Rather have Zephyr pick that up than McMahon, who's got 1 foul already. So Zephyr and McMahon 1 apiece with 1:29 to go in the first half. And that is the 6th team foul, so Idaho's still inbounding with 1:29 left.
Yeah, that's a foul you can definitely live with. And like you said, it went on the right guy based on what was happening in the sequence.
MSU has opened up a nice lead here heading toward half. Gonzalez out on the left wing. Takes it down into the lane. He gets to the rack, lays it up, got it to go. Tough take by Christian Gonzalez. His first 2 points. He's one of their double-digit scorers, and he just got going there for the first time tonight. 10-point lead for MSU, 1:05 left first half. Zephyr out on the right wing, throws into the right corner. Garacki works the baseline. We got a whistle and a foul. Lindhart just steamrolled Lekalot's screen. So Lindhart picks up the foul, his first, and a 1-and-1 coming up. Sam Lekalot continuing to draw some fouls here. It kind of went around Lekalot, just used the forearm and pulled him down.
Yeah, Big Sam's kind of quietly on pace for a little double-double action. He is, I don't know if he has a double-double.
He had 1 last year.
1 in his career then. But he's going to get there points-wise, it looks like. He's already got 4 rebounds here in the first half. Maybe he picks one up on this last possession and gets himself right on pace for it.
Free throw by Lekalot is good. 41-29, MSU in front. Under a minute remaining in the first half. Idaho with the ball. Mitchell trying to find space and draws the foul on Bryce Zephyr. That's his second. You say my arms were out. I think it was the lower body. You can have your arms out, but sometimes you kind of reach out with your leg or a little hip check, and that'll get called. Logie took the explanation well, and then shares a smile with the officials. So, doing a nice job working the refs. Did pick up a technical on Saturday.
Got to get a couple. He's been light on that this year.
Yeah, I don't really know what the baseline is. We've only seen him for 2 years. Fewer this year than last year, but I think more than Sprinkle was averaging. Next free throw is good for Mitchell. So he earns a second free throw. This is a 1-and-1. Bobcat basketball brought to you by Kendall Ford of Lincoln of Bozeman, a proud supporter of Montana State Athletics. We're big fans of teamwork, dedication, helping customers find the best deal on the perfect vehicle to fit their needs. Get started at KendallFordBozeman.com. Kendall, let's start something great. Second free throw is good for Mitchell. And a timeout called by Montana State to draw something up here. An opportunity for a 2-for-1. 49 seconds left in the first half. 26 on the shot clock. 41-31 lead for MSU. Brian, what are we going to see here?
Yeah, I think you're going to see Idaho jump zone. So Coach Logie's going to drop 2 plays, 1 for man, 1 for zone. Come out, assume man, but Idaho is that team that they play a lot of different defenses, and I'd expect that change right here.
We'll see where MSU goes.
And it could be a show-and-go defense. In other words, come out, show a little 1-2-2 zone, and then on the first pass, switch to man. A lot of options for Idaho. They like to do a lot of different things.
Sam Lekalot had 2 double-doubles last year, and I am like 95% sure those are the only 2 of his career. Hasn't had one this year. But yes, did have 2 last year. It was one of those numbers I remember tracking last year because it was surprising he hadn't had one.
Yeah.
Bobcats inbound. Miller gives to Patterson out of the right wing, back to Miller. 43 seconds left in the first half. Miller with the dribble out on the right wing. Picks it up, gives it to Lekalot. 11 to shoot, back to Patterson on the right wing. 8, Patterson down to the right baseline. 6, kick out to the top, McMahon. Steps up for a right wing 3. Rimming, no, fight for the rebound, and won by Idaho. Shot clock is dark. 20 seconds left in the first half, so the Cats were unable to get that shot off early enough for a 2-for-1. Idaho trying to make this a single-digit game heading into the locker room, trailing by 10. 10 seconds left in the half. Mitchell bent over the bounce, 8. Mitchell on the drive, 6. Down to the left block, floats it up, that's no good. Mims the putback, no. Bobcats have the rebound, pushed ahead. Here's McMahon, puts up the 3 to beat the buzzer. No! Boy, that was a heck of a pass by Miller. McMahon got pretty set for a right wing 3, and it just didn't quite fall. All in all, heck of a first half for the Bobcats. Excellent defensive performance against one of the better scoring teams in the Big Sky. We take a break. At the half, it's Montana State 41, Idaho 31. You're listening to Bobcat Basketball, presented by Learfield.
The Ribbon Chop House was founded in 2001. Our ability to grow has come through our commitment to Rocky Mountain hospitality, a concept which incorporates a casual attitude with our high-level commitment to loyalty, safety, service, and quality food. At the Ribbon Chop House, our staff is dedicated to creating extraordinary experiences that raise the bar in each of our communities. Enjoy premium steaks, fresh seafood, and award-winning baby back ribs. We look forward to sharing a little Rocky Mountain hospitality with you.
Montana Fence, located in Billings, Bozeman, Great Falls, and Kalispell, is Montana's largest fencing superstore. Get everything you need for your fencing projects at rock bottom pricing. Low prices on all styles of farm fence, chain link, vinyl privacy, ornamental iron, cedar pickets, continuous panels, wood privacy. We have it all. Quality materials at truckload prices. Let the experts at Montana Fence help you plan your next project. Whether you use our team or do it yourself, check out Montana Fence. The Northern Pulse Growers Association encourages industry professionals and growers of dry peas, chickpeas, lentils, and fava beans to become members in 2024. Members gain access to cutting-edge research, expert training, market insights, and connect with a Pulse-passionate community. Visit northernpulse.com to join the Northern Pulse Growers Association. Together, we're sowing the seeds of success.
No matter how far you may go, there's always one just down the road. Town Pump, who pump it up.
Town of Pump is excited to once again sponsor the Brawl of the Wild Rivalry Series between Montana State and the University of Montana. Look for special Brawl of the Wild promotions throughout the year at your local Town Pump.
Town Pump, right down the road. Pump it up. Oh, yeah.
Back at the Brick, it's senior day, and a couple of seniors having some big games to start it. MSU leading Idaho 41-31. All right, Brian, all in all, pretty good first half. The Bobcat defense really stood up. This is an Idaho team that shoots 45% from the field this year. They shot only 30% in the first half.
Yeah, and it's really got to defend the 3. He held them to 3 makes from the three-point line, and if that's the case, if Idaho only makes 6 threes in a game, they aren't winning that game. They have got to score, like we said pregame, 75, 78, 82. Those are the kind of games they need. Right now they're on pace for 62. They ain't winning a game in the 60s.
And for Montana State, 41 points in the first half. That's a good number regardless. But to look at the split, 50% from the field overall, but 4 of 15 from 3, 27%. And that's with a lot of open threes just simply not falling. So all in all, this bodes very well for the Bobcat offense.
Yeah, you talk about defense travels. Well, you know what else travels? Points in the paint. 22-8, that travels. You can do that anywhere and be successful. That's what Montana State did in the first half, and that's just going to carry them through.
All right, well, we'll see how it all plays out. We're going to step aside. We'll get you some more stats. We'll put an eye on some of the other scores from around the league. But first, a timeout. Montana State is leading Idaho 41-31. Back after this, you're listening to Bobcat Basketball, presented by Learfield.
If you're in need of structural engineering for your residential, commercial, or wireless telecommunications project, Ascent Engineering provides comprehensive solutions for your project's success. Ascent Engineering is now serving the Big Sky country in southwestern Montana. Whether it's a new residential home, new commercial building, long-awaited remodel, covered outdoor living space, retaining wall, or telecommunications tower, Ascent Engineering is your expert at providing forensics, assessments, or designs. Ascent Engineering is a proud supporter of your Montana State Bobcats.
The Gallatin Valley is thriving, and Bozeman is not only a destination for families to live, work, and play, it's also a destination for businesses. The Bozeman Area Chamber of Commerce is a great way to get involved in Bozeman's thriving business community. The Bozeman Chamber Economic Partnership assists existing businesses through expansion, grows new companies in our community, and attracts fresh opportunities for Gallatin County. Bozeman, our community, a jewel among the Northern Rockies. For more information, go to bozemanchamber.com.
At Montana State University, students shape signature experiences that take them across the state and into local communities. MSU is dedicated to its land-grant mission, integrating transformational learning, discovery, and service that improves lives. You'll find our students teaching across Montana, conducting research in the heart of Yellowstone National Park, or even creating small shelter prototypes to address homelessness. Montana State University. Think outside.
There is a local ranch just outside of Boise, Idaho, that has masterfully bred Japanese Wagyu cattle with American Angus cattle. Now this American-style Wagyu beef is available to you and your family. Rosars presents Snake River American-style Wagyu beef. Snake River Farms beef is famously found in many exclusive five-star steak restaurants. Snake River Farms, available at your local neighborhood Rosars.
This copyrighted broadcast is an exclusive presentation of Learfield under the broadcasting rights granted by Montana State University. Reuse of this presentation is prohibited without the expressed written consent of the university and Learfield. Announcers are provided by Learfield and approved by the university.
Back courtside of the Brick, presented by First Interstate Bank. It's about supporting our communities and cheering on our teams. Thank you for letting us be your trusted community bank for more than 50 years. First Interstate Bank, built for you, member FDIC. All right, they've honored some of the Spirit Squad seniors, seeing Coach Vegan, some of the football players and coaches here. Everybody's showing up and showing out today as Montana State leads it 41-31 against Idaho. All right, Brian, we saw some different things here from this Bobcat team in that first half. Taking a look at some of these numbers for MSU. 10 points for Sam Lechlott in his final game at the Brick. 4 rebounds as well. He's 3 of 4 from the field. Pat McMahon with 8 points, 3 of 7 shooting, but 11 assists, sponsored by Aware Mental Health Services, on 15 made field goals. To me, that's the number that stands out the most and the thing that really has been kind of lacking for Montana State for so much of this year.
Yeah, we've been saying ball movement all year long, and that's when this system plays at its best. Coach Logie's system is ball movement, player movement, and those two things combined create all kinds of opportunities for backdoors, easy layups, open threes. We've seen that these last 2 games, and feels like the difference has something to do with the combination of players on the floor. You're playing basically 3 wings with a point guard and a semi-undersized 5-type guy, really playing a 4 at the 5 spot, playing a little bit of small ball, and it's made a difference. And, you know, last year going into the tournament, Bobcats made a change, on the front line. That change was probably the catalyst that spurred that team on to win the Big Sky tournament. Could it be 2 for 2?
Maybe. And, I just want to emphasize, too, here for Brandon Walker. So it's not an injury, and it's not an off-the-court disciplinary situation. It's not like he did something wrong or anything like that over there. So this is a coach's decision right now. We'll see how it continues to play out. But he's not really you could get worried about somebody going out and doing something wrong or nefarious off the court. That is 100% not the case. So just want to make sure we keep Walker's character and integrity intact, because it certainly is at this point. All right, we'll step aside. When we come back, we'll get you the other scores. Right now, the Bobcats leading the Vandals 41-31. Back after this, you're listening to Bobcat Basketball, presented by Learfield.
You are a Bobcat fan, and your seat matters. Section 108, right in the middle. And a perfect view of the fast break, alley-oop, and slam dunk. At Kendall Ford of Bozeman, we're a proud supporter of Montana State Athletics. We're big fans of teamwork, dedication, and helping customers find the best deal on the perfect vehicle to fit their needs. Where you sit matters, as in the driver's seat. Get started at KendallFordBozeman.com. Kendall, let's start something great.
Hi, I'm Bill Coffey, CEO of Stockman Bank. As a family-owned and operated community bank, we are focused only on serving the people, businesses, and communities of Montana. And now we are proud to be named one of the world's best banks by Forbes. We thank our customers for the trust you have put in us to meet your financial needs. If you don't know us, stop by and discover the difference at Stockman Bank, Montana's brand of banking, member FDIC.
No matter how far you may go, there's always one just down the road. Town Pump, who pump it up, pump it up.
Town of Pump is excited to once again sponsor the Brawl of the Wild Rivalry Series between Montana State and the University of Montana. Look for special Brawl of the Wild promotions throughout the year at your local Town Pump.
Town Pump, right down the road, pump it up, yeah.
At Montana State University, students shape signature experiences that take them across the state and into local communities. MSU is dedicated to its land-grant mission, integrating transformational learning, discovery, and service that improves lives. You'll find our students teaching across Montana, conducting research in the heart of Yellowstone National Park, or even creating small shelter prototypes to address homelessness. Montana State University. Think outside.
Back courtside at the Brick. We are just under 5 minutes away from the start of the second half. Montana State leads Idaho 41-31. The Bobcats trying to maintain what has been a great schedule and record at home. A win today would move them to 30-7 at home in Big Sky games over the last 4 years. All right, let's take a look at the First Interstate Bank out-of-town scoreboard right now. Northern Arizona leading Idaho State on the road. NAU up 44-42 right now at the half. Northern Colorado leading Weber State 24-23. If Northern Colorado wins, they would earn the 1 seed for sure. They have the tiebreaker with Montana, which I think, Brian, if you're looking at the matchups, because so much of the tournament comes down to matchups, if Northern Colorado wins and Montana State wins, well, now you're on the Northern Colorado side of the bracket rather than the Montana bracket, which I think would be the better matchup.
Yeah, although I'll tell you, with this switch in the lineup and the way they're playing, they'd be a little bit smaller, a little quicker. As long as they rebounded their match, they might match up better with Montana than they did the 2 times they played.
Well, good. Either way, then, it should be all right. And then if Portland State wins later today, that game's going to tip off in 3 minutes. Portland State would be the 3 seed. Idaho State would be the 4 seed, which means if Montana State were to win today, they would have Idaho State in the 5-4 matchup, but still a lot of ifs and an ever-evolving situation. And then Eastern Washington is at Montana tonight at 9 o'clock. See every pulse-pounding, buzzer-beating play in astounding detail with a patient experience that is second to none. Experienced doctors and advanced technology. Vance Thompson Vision, the official LASIK and cataract surgeon of the Bobcats, is your home for laser vision correction. Learn more at VanceThompsonVision.com. So that's what's going on here. Meanwhile, for the women, they are on the road at Idaho, and they are locked in a defensive battle of 25-22 at Idaho, trying to earn that outright Big Sky championship with a win today. Okay, we step aside. When we come back, we'll have the start of the second half between the Bobcats and the Vandals. Montana State leads it 41-31. You're listening to Bobcat Basketball, presented by Learfield.
The Bobcats are proud to present these preferred local partners as members of Bobcat Built, Bryant Heating and Cooling Systems, Bryant, whatever it takes, Carrier Heating and Air Conditioning, Carrier, turn to the experts, Ace Roofing, building Montana strong, one roof at a time, Rivers Landscaping, crafting superior outdoor spaces, and NW Construction, proud to call Bozeman home. Montana State Athletics encourages our fans to choose these local businesses. They are proud local sponsors and demonstrate what it means to be a Bobcat. We are Bobcat Built.
From our 1946 roots providing lumber for Yellowstone National Park to our current headquarters in Bozeman, we at Simpkins Howland believe in building the Gallatin Valley's future while continuing to honor its past. Contractors large and small benefit from our decades of experience and our extensive network of suppliers. We can source the materials you need, no matter the project. For all your building needs, go to where long-standing traditions have met with quality building products for over 75 years. Simpkins Howland, a Montana tradition among builders since 1946.
Ambient Air Solutions wants to take a moment to show our gratitude and to say thank you. Thank you to our frontline workers. Thank you to our doctors, nurses, and EMTs. Thank you to all the volunteers. And thank you to the Gallatin County community. Ambient Air Solutions is so grateful for your support for over 12 years. We are so blessed to live in such a beautiful place. Ambient Air Solutions is here for all your heating and cooling needs. Call us at 406-577-1818 to schedule your service today. Ambient Air Solutions, simplifying heating and cooling.
It's the season of home improvement, and Williams Plumbing will help you tackle the big stuff. Are old roots clogging your sewer line? Williams has the tools to fix it. Have you checked your septic system lately? We have the knowledge and experience to maintain or repair it. Looking to install a yard hydrant? We'll do it promptly and professionally. Don't sweat the big stuff. Call Williams Plumbing today.
Back courtside at the Brick for the final regular season game of the year. MSU trying to lock up the 5 seed in the Big Sky tournament, which would lead to a Monday evening tip. If MSU is the 5 seed, which is the same seed they were last year, they would tip off at 5:30 p.m. on Monday night. Before we start the second half, let's pause 10 seconds for our network station identification. This is Montana State basketball.
AM 1450, KMMS, and K236CY Bozeman, 1340 KPRK Livingston, where Montana talks.
My name is Keaton Gillogly alongside Brian Priebe with Trevor Nominuk as our producer today. And we start the second half now with the Bobcats leading 41-31. Same starting lineup for both teams. And for MSU, that is Zephyr, Mullins, Patterson, Lecolot, and Ogbong Polo. Bobcats in the white home uniforms, Idaho in the black jerseys. The inbound pass goes to Bryce Zephyr, and we are underway in the second half. Bryce Zephyr setting it up at the top, bounces it over to Sam Lecolot. Lob, Zephyr floats it home. The alley-oop from Lecolot to Zephyr. Aren't those roles supposed to be reversed?
Yeah, you don't run a lot of lobs for your point guard, but great back screen by Tyler Patterson made it all happen.
First 2 points for Bryce Zephyr. Mitchell working inside against Lecolot. Weaves out, bounces it up to the top, tipped by Patterson, recovered by Lane. Payne. Payne out of the right wing. Lob inside. Mims makes the catch, lays it in. First bucket in the second half for Mims. He's got 6.
Yeah, when you got a big like Mims, you've got to have good ball pressure to prevent the lobs. Right there, the Cats don't have any, and he's able to just get an easy one.
Zephyr goes up and draws the foul. Goes down hard. So it'll be 2 free throws for Bryce Zephyr. And the foul is on Julius Mims, his second. Mims coming out of the JUCO ranks, a 4th-year senior. Technically, he would be able to get another year because of the Diego Pavia lawsuit, the quarterback from Vanderbilt. Free throw is no good from Zephyr. He sued for an extra year, saying that the non-D1 year shouldn't be counted toward his eligibility, and won.
Yeah, the non-4-year, but then there's a subsequent lawsuit by a cornerback at Wisconsin who played at a non-D1 level, and it looks like he's going to get the same treatment. So, interestingly enough, a guy like Brian Garacki could potentially get an extra year. Don't know if he's looking to do that or not, but...
Second free throw is good from Zephyr. Idaho going to work offensively to our left. Yeah, that'll make it really interesting as these next year or two happen. Ogbong Polo tips it free. The Bobcats have a steal. Bryce Zephyr at the top. The Cats up by 11. Zephyr gets in deep, lost it. Loose on the floor, leaks out to Mullins. Works the left baseline, kick out. Ogbong Polo working from the left wing. Skip pass to Patterson. Tries the right corner 3, and it's good. And Tyler Patterson pours in his first bucket in his last game at Worthington Arena.
Good to see that right there. Tyler Patterson just so much more comfortable shooting the contested 3 this year, and he has definitely taken advantage of it.
His best shooting average from the three-point line of his career coming this season. Julius Mims dunks it with a single hand. And Mims has 8 points. Zephyr on the drive lost his balance out of bounds, so we'll have a trip. Foul on Idaho.
Ooh, late call there. Looked like they were just going to call it out of bounds turnover, but side official saw the contact, and I thought there was some contact, but either way, Cats will retain possession.
The official giving Zephyr a moment, talking to him, making sure he's okay. Veteran move. The inbounds pass goes around to the left wing, into the left corner for Zephyr. Working on Mims, gets into the lane, cuts back to the left block, steps through, reverse, no, off the bottom of the backboard, out of bounds, off Zephyr, and it'll be Idaho ball. Really kind of forced and wedgied that one in there.
Yeah, and Bryce pushing a little bit here. That ball movement in the first half was the key. Not a lot of dribbling on the offensive end for the Cats. Might want to get back a little bit to that.
Mitchell, a topside three. That's no good off the back iron. Rebound tipped, jostled, and one. Sam Lecolot comes away with it as he hunts a double-double. Ogbong Polo into the lane. Runner up, no, off the inside of the iron without the touch. Idaho the rebound. Working out on the right wing. Brickner moves left to the top. Bounce pass to Mitchell. Throws back to the right wing. Lindhart spins down to the right block. Reverses back into the lane. Goes up with the left hand and lays it home. It was Tyler Lindhart who had a monster second half back in Moscow. He scored all 14 of his points after the break. Zephyr behind the back dribble, gets into the lane, stops, hands off, extra pass underneath. Ogbong Polo wisely dribbles out of traffic and takes it to the perimeter. Under 17 to play in the game. Ogbong Polo inside draws the foul. Body check from Mims, his third, was on the floor. So the Bobcats will inbound.
And that's a big foul call now. 17 minutes to go. Now Mims got to play a little bit differently. He can't go reckless abandon to block shots as he'll go to the bench. That's this team. Idaho is average defensively with him on the floor. They're below average when he takes a seat.
MSU to inbound underneath their own basket. Lobbed out to Ogbong Polo at the top. Fires into the left corner. Mullins lets it fly. Got it. Jay Mullins for three from the left corner. 8 points for Mullins to the free throw line. Runner is up, rimming and good. Little shooter's roll from Isaiah Brickner, who averages 11 a game. He's got 7 tonight. Didn't play much in the first meeting. Zephyr down to the baseline, working on Mitchell, using the big body, and then it's tipped free and out of bounds by Mitchell. So the Bobcats will inbound underneath the basket.
Boy, Tyler Patterson just got mugged coming off a down screen, little set play to get him a look up top, and Idaho read it and just grabbed him and took him to the floor.
That's one way to play defense. Works in the alley, I'll tell you that. Mullins in the left corner, puts up a three. That's no good on the heat check, and the rebound grab by Idaho. A little more flat-footed on the offensive side this half. Gonzalez to the elbow, backing it down, turns, fall away Jay, short over the outstretched hands of Patterson. Ogbong Polo has the rebound along the left sideline. Takes it to the left wing. Works his way into the lane. We got a whistle and an offensive foul. Gonzalez takes the charge, and Ogbong Polo picks up the foul, his first.
Yeah, just no offensive rhythm right now. Montana State just pound it, drive it. It's what we saw a lot this season when they were unsuccessful. When that ball's moving around, flying around, backdoor cuts, good looks. It's just a way different thing offensively, and the Cats' second half has not started well.
So an 11-point lead for MSU. Yearout spins down to the left block end, banks it off the glass. Boy, that was a nice take by Titus Yearout against Pat McMahon. Bobcats into the front court. Around to Zephyr at the top of the key. 15:40 to go in the game. Lecolot makes a contested catch, throws to Patterson, pumps the three, slices to the mid-post, and throws it out to Zephyr wisely. To Lecolot at the top of the key. Knocked free, stripped away. Idaho coming the other way. Brickner into the lane, kicks it out to the left corner. Yearout for three, and it's good. Titus Yearout having a night. He's got 10, only averages 3 a game.
We said points in the paint create threes. While Idaho comes out, gets 8 straight in the paint, and now a kick out 3. They're doing what the Cats did in the first half.
Now a little nervous energy starting to ripple through the brick a little bit. It's a 6-point advantage for MSU as we hit the 15-minute mark of the second half. Zephyr, pressured, gets it to Patterson. Bounce pass underneath. Lecolot makes the catch, goes up off balance. No good. It didn't really set his feet, and Idaho has the rebound. Mitchell works his way into the lane. Drop off, out of bounds. Tipped free, and it'll stay with Idaho when we come back to the First Interstate Bank broadcast position. 14:46 to go in the game. Bobcats leading the Vandals 50-44. You're listening to Bobcat Basketball, presented by Learfield.
Ambient Air Solutions wants to take a moment to show our gratitude and to say thank you. Thank you to our frontline workers. Thank you to our doctors, nurses, and EMTs. Thank you to all the volunteers. And thank you to the Gallatin County community. Ambient Air Solutions is so grateful for your support for over 12 years. We are so blessed to live in such a beautiful place. Ambient Air Solutions is here for all your heating and cooling needs. Call us at 406-577-1818 to schedule your service today. Ambient Air Solutions, simplifying heating and cooling.
There is a local ranch just outside of Boise, Idaho, that has masterfully bred Japanese Wagyu cattle with American Angus cattle. Now this American-style Wagyu beef is available to you and your family. Rosars presents Snake River American-style Wagyu beef. Snake River Farms beef is famously found in many exclusive five-star steak restaurants. Snake River Farms, available at your local neighborhood Rosars.
It's the season of home improvement, and Williams Plumbing will help you tackle the big stuff. Are old roots clogging your sewer line? Williams has the tools to fix it. Have you checked your septic system lately? We have the knowledge and experience to maintain or repair it. Looking to install a yard hydrant? We'll do it promptly and professionally. Don't sweat the big stuff. Call Williams Plumbing today.
At Montana's Ribbon Chop House, our staff is dedicated to creating extraordinary experiences that raise the bar in each of our communities. They enjoy premium steaks, fresh seafood, and award-winning baby back ribs. We look forward to sharing a little Rocky Mountain hospitality with you. We'll be back at the Ribbon Chop House on Tuesday night, tomorrow night, 6:30 p.m. for our final Cat Chat of the year. We'll have Coach Binford and Coach Logie, plus seniors Sam Leckalot and Esmeralda Morales joining us over at the Ribbon Chop House. 14:46 to go in the second half. Bobcats leading the Vandals 50-44, but Ryan, Idaho on a 7-0 run right now.
Yeah, and that's been keyed by points in the paint, and then a wide open three. Montana State on the other end, pound, 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 no ball movement, no player movement. Can't get anything going. Jed Miller and Pat McMahon check in to see if they can change that.
Jed Miller, Pat McMahon, Jay Mullins, Tyler Patterson, and Sam Leckalot, the five in the Bobcat blue and white. Inbounds pass tipped free by Jay Mullins, who's had a very nice night defensively, and Idaho will inbound again. From the left corner, they get it in with a bounce pass out to the left wing. Hardy throws it up to Mitchell, and they get set. Mitchell bounce to the left wing. Linhart on the drive. Cut off down on the block. Kick it out to Mitchell. 8 to shoot. Mitchell weaves, pulls up, long two. That jumper's no good. And a foul on the rebound as Jay Mullins took two hands to the back from Takai Hardy. First foul on Hardy. It'll be Bobcat ball, leading by 6.
That's a good job by Jed Mullins. Good block out. If you can only get to the offensive glass with two hands in the back, you're not going to knock the defensive player.
Jed Miller hands it to Pat McMahon. Works into the lane, backing down in the middle of the paint, turns, hooks off the glass, got it to go. Pat McMahon knocking it down. He's got 10 points and another year of eligibility. Expecting to see him out there in the blue and gold for his final year next season.
Feels like Pat McMahon uses the backboard more than any player at Montana State.
Yeah, foul underneath on Montana State. And Pat McMahon is the one who picks it up, his second.
Two-shot foul going to the rim right there. Could have given it to Tyler Patterson or Pat McMahon. Both guys hacked it pretty good on the drive.
How's that shooting? Logie asks. The official? Because he was going up? Yeah.
No question.
Definitely the right call. Free throw's no good. Of course, if he misses the free throw, then clearly it was the wrong call.
Ball never lies. Always a theory. Also, guys that don't shoot high percentages miss a lot of free throws too.
So that means they just don't get fouled very often? Or very correctly?
Yeah, exactly. A lot of bad calls.
Next free throw is good. Bobcats with the ball from left to right. 14 minutes to go in the game. 52-45 MSU. Pat McMahon out on the left elbow, works his way into the lane. Had it knocked free. It's into the backcourt, and Jed Miller picks it up. It was tipped, so ahead to Brian Garacki, and a foul. Easy call. Colton Mitchell just kind of threw his whole body into the shoulder of Garacki. Second foul on Mitchell. MSU will inbound on the left sideline with a 7-point lead.
Yeah, the Bobcat assistant coach is calling for plays with lots of movement, trying to get this offense finding a little rhythm. Chika Naduka in now. Another guy who's a good passer. See if he can get the rhythm going.
MSU is 4 of 8 from the field in the second half, but hasn't necessarily passed the eye test.
Yeah, 2 turnovers, bad turnovers.
Miller lobs it out to the right wing for McMahon. He steps to the free throw line. Step back, Jay. Go. Pat McMahon, smooth touch from the free throw line. He's got a dozen.
Drive, skip, drive, jumper. That's kind of ball movement, player movement this team needs to be successful.
Yeah, that's the correct answer to the eye test.
Definitely.
Brickner out on the right wing, crosses over on Miller. Hop stop down to the right block into a double team. Falls away with the jumper, and it rims in. Crafty. Isaiah Brickner able to finish it off, and he's got 10 into double figures.
Yeah, and Idaho's definitely picked up their offensive proficiency here in the second half. 7 for 10 right now.
Garacki has the ball for the Bobcats at the top of the key. Has a dribble to the left wing. Throws out to McMahon near the half-court line. 10 to shoot. With defensive intensity for Idaho, picking it up. 7 to shoot. Out to McMahon. Here's a 3. He goes down, and that's a foul. Easy call. Banked it off the glass, no good, but Lindhard got way up in his grill. No room to land. Textbook. And Pat McMahon will go to the line. They are going to double check and make sure his toe was not on the line at the next immediate timeout. Know what's below. Tap, click, or call 811 before you dig. Brought to you by Montana811.org.
Yeah, right there. They got to check it before he shoots because you're awarding 3 free throws. Quick check, confirm the 3-point attempt.
First is good for Pat McMahon, who's got 13 points today. He's into double figures for the 10th time in the last 13 games, so starting to find some consistency. Next shot. No good. One more coming.
Cats still shooting over 70% from the line tonight, which would be a marked improvement if they could do that over and over and over again. 70% will get it done.
They're 72 on the year, and that's with it coming down the last couple of games. That free throw is good. Rattled around a little bit before it moved through the net. 14 points for Pat McMahon this evening. MSU up 56-47 with 12:30 to play in the game. Here's a right corner 3. That's no good. McMahon the rebound. Here comes MSU. Mogi waving the offense ahead. McMahon down to the right baseline, cut off. Now posting up and backing down to the mid-post. Stepping through and kicks it out. Here's Miller down to the right block. Bounce pass to Naduka mid-post. Naduka against Mims. Spins in, goes up with the left hand, and he's able to finish. Chika Naduka, boy, showing some patience. 4 points in his final home game of his career.
Yeah, and he puts the Bobcats up not only on the scoreboard, but in the second half.
Behind the back pass to the left corner now. Anderson on the drive into the lane. Pulls up with a runner. Left it well short. An air ball. Mullins tips the rebound ahead to Miller. Out to McMahon. He steps through on the Euro. Finger roll up. No. And they call the foul finally. And Pat McMahon will go to the line. The Bobcat bench gets a look from the official. And Coach Logie is over there to throw some water on some of the frustration. Fouls on Titus Yearout, his second, and we have a timeout as well from the First Interstate Bank broadcast position. 11:41 to go in the ball game. Bobcats leading the Vandals 58-47. You're listening to Bobcat basketball, presented by Learfield.
With friendly customer service and an outstanding location near Montana State University and the base of the Bridger Mountain Range, Country Inn & Suites by Radisson is the perfect place to begin your Bozeman adventure. Country Inn & Suites offers a hot and delicious Be Our Guest breakfast buffet each morning. Free Wi-Fi is available throughout the property, and we have a business center and meeting rooms. Our indoor pool and hot tub is a great way to relax after a day of fun, and the on-site fitness center will keep your workout goals on track. We have spacious king and double queen suites with a full-size sleeper sofa available, and every room in Country Inn & Suites is smoke-free. Reserve your room today.
Hello, tomorrow. We may not know exactly what you've got in store for us, for our routines and our normals. But here's the thing. Turns out, we've got this. We haven't seen everything, but we have seen ourselves be more ready for whatever you bring than we thought we would be. So when it comes to tomorrow, bring on the day. First Interstate, built for you. Member FDIC Equal Housing Lender. Visit us at firstinterstate.com.
You are a Bobcat fan, and your seat matters. Section 108, right in the middle. And a perfect view of the fast break, alley-oop, and slam dunk. At Kendall Ford of Bozeman, we're a proud supporter of Montana State Athletics. We're big fans of teamwork, dedication, and helping customers find the best deal on the perfect vehicle to fit their needs. Where you sit matters, as in the driver's seat. Get started at KendallFordBozeman.com. Kendall, let's start something great.
Bobcat Basketball is presented in part by your locally owned McDonald's restaurants. Download the app and earn free food, order from anywhere, and even skip the line with convenient curbside pickup. We're at the First Interstate Bank First Interstate Bank broadcast position. 11:41 to go in the ball game. Bobcats leading 58-47 against the Vandals. And Brian, feels like the Bobcats have found a little momentum again.
Yeah, 3 quick buckets here off ball movement, player movement, and kind of what we saw in the first half. So hopefully the Cats just figured it out there at that last media and can roll forward to a comfortable win. I like those 20-plus wins like Saturday at SAC.
Biggest win of the year for MSU, a 27-point decision. It was their third double-digit win in Big Sky play. They have had one double-digit loss in Big Sky play. But in true roller coaster fashion, those double-digit wins and losses happened on back-to-back games, with a 17-point loss at Portland State and a 27-point win at Sacramento State. So
just got to keep you on your toes.
Oh, my toes are the strongest in the league now. Pat McMahon is at the free throw line and misses the first free throw. MSU 10 of 15 from the stripe, 3 of 6 in the second half.
Yeah, that second half number is not what we want to see after going 7 for 10 in the first.
Oh, no good on the second. McMahon missed them both. He is too good a shooter. He missed 2 free throws like that. Mims out on the right wing for Idaho. Works his way into the paint against Duduka. Puts up a hook shot, rimming and good. Contested shot, tough finish. Julius Mims in the double figures. Third Vandal in the double figures. He's got 10.
Idaho with 14 points in the paint, a 3 and a free throw in the second half.
Handoff out on the right wing. Mullins shuffles right. Bounce pass down to the right baseline to Duca. Shovel out to Miller off a screen. Back out to the right wing, Mullins. 7 to shoot. Mullins still with the dribble, 5, spins into the lane, 3, steps through 2, lays it up, but take the bucket off the board. He traveled, and the Bobcats turn it over. They're 6th.
And they're 6th, and that's the third in the second half after just 3 in the first half, 3 here in the first 9 minutes. Kind of speaks to the rhythm not being where it was.
Crowd kind of sitting on their hands as well, looking for the next big moment to get going. Linhart throws it out to the left wing. Here's a 3-ball up. No good. Rebound, Jabe Mullins. The Bobcats have it with a 9-point lead. Miller at the top. Handoff for Mullins. Over to Duduka. Top of the key. Down low to Mullins. Goes up with the left hand. Lays it home. Beautiful vision. Chica to Duduka. Jabe Mullins has 10.
And another assist. 15 assists on 22 makes for the Cats so far.
All assists sponsored by Aware Mental Health Services, and a strip by Brian Garacki, saved by Idaho, out to the left wing. Linhart misses the 3, and Garacki has the rebound. So there's some of that defense and rebounding that Coach Logie talked about on Cat Chat last week when we discussed what Brian Garacki needs to do to get going again. And now a steal at the top going the other way. Brickner to the rack, and a highlight slam. A dozen for Isaiah Brickner.
Speaks to the fact that if you want to get great insight, you got to go to Cat Chat on Tuesday night to make sure that you know what's coming.
And that is at 6:30, and our final one is tomorrow night. And we've got some very special giveaways saved for you as McMahon dragged the pivot foot and traveled.
And that is now 5 second-half turnovers and 3 possessions in a row as the Bobcats still lead by 9, but keeping the door open for the Vandals.
9:35 to go in the ball game. Idaho with the ball going from right to left. Zephyr and Lecolot will get ready to check in once again. Out to the right wing. You're out. Having a great day. He's got 10 points. Bounce pass down to the right baseline. Skip pass to the left corner. Pump fake. Close out. Knock free. Recover. 10 to shoot. MSU's tipped a lot of passes today. 7 to shoot. Brickner into the lane. 4. Fall away jumper. In and out. Mullins the rebound. The Bobcats get the defensive stop. 9-point advantage for MSU as they hit the 9-minute mark of the game, second half. Garacki, a logo 3. In and out. Heat check. Cold.
That was a good look, though, for a guy that can shoot it like he can shoot it. That's clearly within his range.
Handoff out on the left wing. Clapper working on Mullins. Gets inside. No. Mullins the defense. MSU coming the other way. McMahon down to the right block. Goes up off the glass and in. Patrick McMahon able to finish. He has a game-high 16.
And Jed Miller, he knows Pat McMahon likes to get out and transition early. Second time tonight, he's found him ahead of the pack.
Boy, the assist numbers really spread out against among the Bobcat players tonight. Bounce pass stolen away. McMahon has the theft of the baseline. Ahead to Mullins across the timeline. Swinging around to the right wing, Miller. Bounce to the free throw line, Naduka. Back to Miller on a handoff. Comes to his right, down to the right baseline. Picks up the dribble, gives it to Naduka. Mid-post, dribbles out, picks it up. Goes to Garacki on the left wing. 8 to shoot. Garacki down the Naduka left baseline, 6. Naduka backing it in 5. Naduka into the lane, 4. Turns, hooks, up, got it. Chika Naduka fired up, pumping his chest and barking to his bench.
Yeah, Naduka was 6 points. He has been a catalyst today, a couple assists.
And a timeout called by Idaho. Chika Naduka breathing life into the brick in his final game in Bozeman. Let's step aside. Oh, that is a heartwarming scene watching a guy like Chika Naduka getting this place fired up. 7:36 to go in the game. Bobcats leading the Vandals 64-51. You're listening to Bobcat Basketball presented by Learfield.
The Gallatin Valley is thriving, and Bozeman is not only a destination for families to live, work, and play, it's also a destination for businesses. The Bozeman Area Chamber of Commerce is a great way to get involved in Bozeman's thriving business community. The Bozeman Chamber Economic Partnership assists existing businesses through expansion, grows new companies in our community, and attracts fresh opportunities for Gallatin County. Bozeman, our community, a jewel among the Northern Rockies. For more information, go to bozemanchamber.com.
At Jersey Mike's, watching them freshly slice the meat and cheese for my sub is a sight to behold. The layers of ham, salami, and pepperoni are even more glorious than the pink and orange layers of a sunrise. Yeah, the sun's pretty and all that, but in about 7 billion years it's going to explode, obliterating the earth and every living thing on it. And if there's no sun, there's no subs. Meanwhile, the only thing a sub ever obliterated was my hunger. Freshly sliced right in front of you. It's a Jersey Mike's thing. A sub above.
When a power line has fallen down, it can be downright dangerous and even deadly. That's because downed lines can still energize the ground and objects around them. To help keep you and others safe, Northwestern Energy says stay at least 35 feet or the length of a semi-truck away from a downed power line and anything the line is touching. You should always assume the line is live, and if you see a downed line, immediately call 911 and warn others. Northwestern Energy, delivering a bright future.
Town Pump's a proud sponsor of the Brawl the Wild rivalry series between Montana State University and the University of Montana. It's all sports all season long. Look for special Brawl the Wild promotions at your local Town Pump. 7:36 to go in the ball game. Bobcats leading the Vandals 64-51. We will have another stoppage at the next whistle because that was the first used timeout of the second half. But Brian, overall, the Bobcats finding their rhythm again now. Their 13-point lead, the largest of the day, and it is Pat McMahon with a game-high 16 points.
Yeah, and Pat McMahon's doing it in transition. He's doing it at the free throw line, and he's getting some stuff in and around the basket as well. He's had just an overall solid game, 3 defensive rebounds to contribute, and a couple fist pumps here and there as well.
And what a nice stretch by Chika Naduka. His playing time has been sporadic throughout the year, but staying ready, staying hungry, and he's got 6 points tonight and just brought a lot of juice and a lot of life to Worthington Arena before that last time out. Mitchell has it for the Vandals. Skipped around to the right wing. You're out having a nice shooting night on the drive. Spins, hooks, rimming. No, Pat McMahon went to the rafters and ripped down the rebound.
Yeah, another defensive board. He uses that athleticism, explosion off the floor to play around the rim.
16 points, 4 rebounds for Pat McMahon tonight. We approach the 7-minute mark of the second half. Chance to extend the largest lead of the day for MSU. Naduka hands it off for Patterson. Bounce back to Naduka. Skip out to the left wing. Around to the Pat McMahon. 4 to shoot. McMahon rises and fires. Misses the jumper at the free throw line at Idaho. Grabs the rebound. Ball was moving, but a little clunky.
Yeah, and Chica's got to take that one and go score it. He's looking to pass. A little too unselfish on that possession.
Into the lane. Here's a jumper. It is up. Rimming. No. And the Bobcats have the rebound after the Clapper miss. Now Logie having him slow down just a bit. You've got a 13-point lead. You want to keep the pace up, but you also don't want to extend this game too much. The clock is your friend. McMahon out on the left wing, backing it out on the left sideline. Gives to Ogbong-Polo, who's pressured out high. Then to Naduka, 10 to shoot. Naduka hands it off. Patterson to the top. Over to Zephyr, 5. Shovel underneath. Kick out left wing. Ogbong-Polo with 2. Draws the foul as he was driving in. That foul goes on Isaiah Brickner. And we will step aside. That was the 7th team foul on Idaho. So the Bobcats will be shooting a 1-and-1 when we come back to the First Interstate Bank broadcast position. 6:09 to go in the game. Bobcats leading the Vandals 64-51. You're listening to Bobcat Basketball presented by Learfield.
It's easy not to think about food security when there's food on the table. But right now, 1 out of 10 Montanans is hungry.
When families don't have adequate access to nutritious food, that takes a very real toll on people's health.
This is why Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Montana partners with Montana Food Bank Network.
Our interest at Blue Cross is we want the state, whether they're a member or not, to have adequate supply, access, composition of the food that they're able to get.
Learn more at bigblueskyiinitiativemt.com.
Rocky Mountain Credit Union has supported Montana State athletics for over 40 years and provides a local credit union for past, present, and future Bobcats. You can have it all with RMCU. Low rates, mobile banking, a place to start saving, or work on building your credit. Visit your local branch or online at rmcu.net to become a member today. That's rmcu.net. Go Bobcats.
No matter how far you may go, there's always one just down the road. Town Pump, who pump it up, pump it up.
Town of Pump is excited to once again sponsor the Brawl of the Wild Rivalry Series between Montana State and the University of Montana. Look for special Brawl of the Wild promotions throughout the year at your local Town Pump.
Town Pump, right down the road, pump it up, oh yeah.
Serving all your garage door needs, DoorTech is raising the door on quality. 6:09 to go in the ball game. Bobcats lead the Vandals 64-51. MSU has hit 6 of their last 8 shots. Pat McMahon with 16 tonight. Mullins with 10 points today. The Bobcats shooting 53% from the field. They have 15 assists on 24 made field goals, all sponsored by Aware Mental Health Services. Max Ogbong-Polo going to the line for a 1-and-1. And MSU needs to clean up the free throw shooting going to Boise. They are 10 of 16 tonight, 3 of 7 in the second half.
Yeah, the second half is where it's been a little bit ugly there. Pat McMahon misses both ends on a 2-shot foul, but free throws definitely are something you've got to convert. There's going to be one game, no matter what you do in the tournament, where it's going to come down to making free throws to win.
Ogbong-Polo hits the front end of the 1-and-1 his senior day. He's got 7 points now tonight. So that is 899 in his 147th game. Next shot. That's good. He hits them both. Oh, there you go. All you had to do was ask, and he'll start hitting shots.
No question. 6 of 8 from the field. They made a couple free throws here, extending the lead to 14.
Mitchell working out of the left wing, and a foul. Chika Naduka. That's his second.
Only the 3rd team foul, so Montana State in a great spot there with 6 minutes to play in the ballgame.
Interwest Moving and Storage is the official moving company of the MSU Bobcats. All right, Idaho will inbound in their own offensive zone on the left sideline. And we sit at the 6-minute mark of the second half. Bobcats with their largest lead of the day, up by 15. Mitchell inside, floats it up. That's good. Boy, just kind of jacked that thing up. And Colton Mitchell into double figures with 10. He's the fourth Vandal with 10+. Zephyr throws to Naduka, getting a lot of minutes in his final game of the Brick. Now to Patterson. Around to the right wing, Ogbong Polo. Works his way down to the right baseline, stops, steps through, and traveled. Picked up the pivot foot, and a turnover by MSU again.
Yes, turnovers and missed free throws are the reason this isn't a 20-point lead right now. Montana State just a little less in sync as they were in the first half. And that's a hard thing when you get to the tournament. You got to play 38 minutes really well in that environment to win games.
Mitchell jacks it up off the glass again, going into the chest of Naduka. Well, if once is an accident, that one was on purpose. That was basically the same shot with a different hand on the opposite side.
And that's what he does. He's a scrappy little guy. Gets in the paint and everything else.
He's got some strength for a guy who doesn't have a big body. McMahon at the top. Around to the left wing for Zephyr. Down to the left baseline, Naduka. Handoff for McMahon. 7 to shoot. McMahon down to the left baseline. 5 back and in against a guard. 4 turns, hooks. Swirls off, no. Rebound tipped out, and it is out of bounds. I couldn't see the signal. And it's Montana State ball. Good hustle.
Cats haven't scored in 3 minutes, or at least from the field, but right there, a big offensive rebound. Only the 4th offensive rebound of the night, so they haven't gotten a lot of them, but that was a big one.
They did a nice job on the offensive glass at Sacramento. Into the lane. McMahon draws the foul, and they're going to count it. Mims got up, and he got pegged for the goaltending. They will look at it. You got to call it in order to look at it. So if you're 50-50, then you're going to call it. So they'll take a look. But McMahon does draw the foul. So Gonzalez picks up the foul, his second, and they will review it to see how many free throws are coming. We remind you, Intermountain Health with 2 clinic locations in Bozeman is proud to be an official health partner of Montana State Athletics. Also, the unexpected happens every day. When it does, head to Kohl's at Kohl's.com for everything your family needs. Kohl's, where families come first. So they're taking a look at this call. We'll see if the bucket is good or not. 4:41 to go in the ball game. The Bobcats leading 66-51.
Count it.
All right.
It was really close. So fortunate for the Cats, it'll go down, puts them up 68-55.
So that's 18 points now for McMahon, and he will have the 1 free throw to try to complete the 3-point play. All right, McMahon showing up and showing out. He had 15 in the first meeting, another 18 points today, and 13 on Saturday. Had a quiet game against Portland State. And that free throw is good. All right, things opening up a little bit.
Yeah, Cats with a chance here to get this thing put away early and make us have a stress-free last 4 minutes.
Floater up. No. McMahon the defense, and Lekalot wins the rebound. Nearly got fouled. They let it go. And the Bobcats can cruise it forward, and these are the moments, controlling a lead that Bobcats have actually kind of struggled in throughout the year. That's part of the reason they have lost some of these close games.
No question about that. And different lineup, though. You got 4 perimeter players out there. Sam is a really good ball handler at the 5 spot. So
Zephyr gets in deep. Oh, they called the offensive foul. Wow. 3rd foul on Zephyr, and it's going the other way.
And another Bobcat turnover. That's 7 in the second half. Again, the one thing that just is.
Yeah, he kind of grabbed Mitchell's arm and pulled it back. I just saw it on the replay. That looked more like an offensive foul up there. Idaho going from right to left with the ball, trailing by 14 as we hit the 4-minute mark of the second half on Senior Day at the Brick. Julius Mims throws into the post. Top tip free by McMahon. Jostle for the loose ball. Out of bounds, staying with Idaho.
Ooh, they missed that. That clearly went off Idaho, but both officials pointed that way. So
we're taking a break.
Guess so.
3:54 to go in the ball game. Montana State leading at 69-55 over Idaho. Back to the First Interstate Bank broadcast position after this. You're listening to Bobcat Basketball presented by Learfield.
Loaded tortilla soup is back at Qdoba. Savory veggie broth packed with flavor from tomatoes, peppers, onions, and spices. Enjoy loaded tortilla soup in a bowl or crunchy tortilla shell with your favorite protein and craveable toppings. That's right, the soup sensations fans have been raving about has returned. But not for long, so get it while it's hot. Loaded tortilla soup is back at Qdoba. Order today at Qdoba.com or in the app.
Town & Country Foods is a proud supporter of Bobcat Athletics. As a locally owned company, we believe the benefit of buying local helps support the local economies in southwest Montana. Our stores offer great selections of items you need every day, including organics, specialty foods, fresh meats and produce, along with incredible selections from our bakery and deli departments. Town & Country Foods is 100% employee-owned and serves southwest Montana with 8 locations. Visit your local Town & Country Foods today. Go Cats!
Bozeman Spirits Distillery, craft distilling award-winning spirits since 2014. Making some of your favorites like Bobcat Gold Bourbon, Montana 1889 Whiskey, Cold Spring Huckleberry Vodka, Jim Bridger Bourbon, and many more. Visit the tasting room, try signature craft cocktails, and purchase bottles today. Located at 121 West Main, Bozeman Spirits Distillery, downtown Bozeman.
3:54 to go in the ball game. Bobcats trying to close out the home slate. MSU is 10-3 at the Brick this year and trying to finish it out on the right foot with 3:54 left. MSU leads 69-55. How do they finish this one, Brian?
Yeah, it's just going to be solid defense and rebounding, followed by just patient, good offense that leads to buckets. Like, don't turn the ball over at this point. You're better shooting a hook shot from 3 than turning it over. Do that at the end of the shot clock, then turn it over.
Idaho will inbound with 19 seconds on the shot clock as we come out of our under 4 media timeout. The inbounds pass is lobbed out toward the half-court line and hauled in by Muris. Now to Mitchell. He sets it up. Works on Miller. It's a good matchup for Miller. Mitchell, step back, right wing 3. No good. 3 Bobcats are there for the rebound. They tip it out of each other's hands, and Mullins with a dive saves it. That was feisty. All right, that was a long line at the buffet for that rebound.
That's good to see, though. It's great when you got 3 guys going for the ball, even if they knock it away from one another. It's that kind of effort it's going to take to win the tournament.
MSU +4 on the glass today. On the season, they've been -3. To the mid-post, right baseline jumper. That's good. There's Pat McMahon. Just call him the teller. He's always working the bank.
Bank is open. It's his 3rd bank tonight. Love it. Old school. The Alaskan assassin.
Out to the left wing. Here's a 3. That's no good the other way. Mims had the rebound and then got fouled as Jay Mullins went up to try to knock it free. First foul on Mullins. 5th team foul on the Bobcats, so that'll keep it on the floor.
That's the advantage of not getting in foul trouble right there. Is you go to the glass hard, doesn't matter, no shooting.
So Idaho will inbound underneath their own basket. The Bobcats will for sure play on Monday in the Big Sky tournament. We just don't know if it'll be as the 5 seed or the 6 seed. So either 5:30 or 8 o'clock tip-offs. Thrown out to the left corner. Into the lane, hop stop, floats it up, rimming no. Bobcats grab the rebound. They get the stop after the miss by Jaden Stevens. Boy, MSU's defense has been pristine. Idaho averages 74 points a game in conference play.
Only 4 made threes. That's the key. Idaho just cannot score enough points if they don't make a bunch of threes.
Mullins to the top, throws around to McMahon, pumps the 3, drives down low, floats it up, got it to go. Pat McMahon having a beautiful night. He is up to 23 points after that make.
Yeah, physical enough to take a little bit of a bump from Brickner right there on the drive and still finish. Good to see.
In Into the lane, a kick out now to the top, and a foul. McMahon picking it up, his third. The Big Sky has some of the fewest 20-point decisions among any conference in the country. Montana State's coming off a 27-point win, and right now they're up by 18 with 2 minutes to go as Jay Mullins goes to the bench.
Yeah, it'll be about defense and free throws, although I'm not sure even Idaho will be in a fouling mode unless they start scoring in a hurry.
Bobcats trying to finish, scratch and claw their way to a 500 finish. Down to the baseline, kick out to the top. Working out at the top, to the right wing for three. That's no good. Rebound tip, won by Idaho on the offensive glass. Blocked from behind by McMahon, out of bounds. Bobcat ball. There you go. The defense continues for MSU. This is an Idaho team that averages 9.5 3-point makes per game. They are 4 for 21 tonight.
Yeah, big-time defense. And then Montana State's done a good enough job cleaning up the glass. They've only given up 6 second-chance points, and they were all early.
Under 90 seconds to play. Tyler Patterson at the top, bounce to the left elbow for Sam Leckelot. Now underneath. And Zephyr cuts to the rack and finishes with a left hand. And a timeout called by Coach Logie with 1:15 to go. Bobcats 75, Vandals 55. And MSU on their way to finish this thing off with a great stretch and a great moment. And now Callum Rutherford will check in. And for the final time, a couple of Bobcats will be coming off the floor. Jabe Mullins making his impact and playing some of his best basketball down the final stretch of his final home game here at MSU, playing in his third game, or third school rather. St. Mary's to Washington State, here to Montana State. Now 75 seconds left with MSU up by 20.
Yeah, Cats are going to clear the bench here. I think Idaho's going to empty the bench. You definitely don't want a guy who plays a lot of minutes getting hurt at this point in the game.
All right, so Mullins on the bench, Ogbong-Polo on the bench, and Garacki on the bench. Still Leckelot and Patterson on the floor, so they still have a moment here. Idaho into the front court, but the Bobcats on their way to a healthy home schedule again, trying to finish this thing off at 7-2 in conference play at home. With a 1-point loss to UNC and a tight loss to Montana. Here's a tight, tough layup down to the left block, and it is good. Bobcats with the ball. I mean, look, right, the only 2 conference losses are against the 2 teams that are atop the Big Sky.
Yep. And Montana State's going to push Idaho to 1-18 when they don't get over 75 points.
Around to the right wing, Zephyr takes it down to the right block, cuts into the lane, 8 to shoot. Hand off for Rutherford, tipped, fighting for it, and a jump ball. Rutherford still looking for his first career points. Second-year player. Ogbong-Polo and Garacki coming in. And for the final time, Sam Leckelot and Tyler Patterson coming off the floor at Worthington Arena. 2 guys who have combined for the three-peat in Boise. They'll still get a shot down there, but boy, what a beautiful stretch for those young men. And for Sam Leckelot finishing off his career here with a great performance, 10 points and 6 rebounds. 75-57, MSU leading. 2-second differential between the shot and game clocks. Out to the left wing. Here's a 3. That's good. 17.5 seconds left, and MSU can dribble it out. So the Bobcats will get the win. 15-point advantage. MSU will be the 5 seed in the Big Sky tournament. They will be playing at 5:30 p.m. Monday, March 10th. Do they have another magical run in them? We will find out starting on Monday evening. Again, the Bobcats will have the same record and the same seed as they had last year, which finished with a win over the Grizzlies and a 3rd straight bid into the NCAA tournament. All right, the regular season is over. Montana State finishes 14-17, 9-9 in conference play. And the Bobcats finish at home now over the last 4 seasons at 30-7 at the Brick. So excellent win for the Bobcats, and they finish the regular season with their 2 most lopsided victories of the year. So you've got all the Ducks in a row heading to Boise.
Yeah, here you go again, man. It's a beauty of mid-major college basketball. One-bid leagues. It comes down to 3 days in March. Starch Madness, as they've now coined it, and it's going to be a fun ride.
And if NAU finishes off this win against Idaho State with 30 seconds left in the second half, then Idaho State would be the opponent, which is a pretty good matchup, solid matchup. They've split, but you won the second matchup here, so you're feeling all right.
Yeah, you won the more recent, and really probably should have won. That was another close game down in Pocatello that they didn't finish well. Had the lead with about a minute to go, and Idaho State snuck the win.
All right, we're taking a break, heading to the Ribbon Chop House postgame show. Bobcats win at 75-60 against the Vandals, and they finish the 24-25 home schedule with a win. Back after this, you're listening to Bobcat Basketball, presented by Learfield.
The roar of the crowd, the thunder of thousands of fans stomping their feet as the Bobcats take the field. For Mary, her chronic hip pain kept her from the thrill of her favorite pastime. Thanks to the revolutionary orthopedic care from Bozeman's local orthopedic groups and the Bozeman Health Spine and Joint Institute, Mary was back on her feet and back in the game. If chronic spine and joint pain is keeping you from the activities you love, start your journey by visiting bozemanhealth.org/SJI.
Northern States Fishing Tools, a proud sponsor of the Montana State Bobcats, has been serving the eastern Montana and western North Dakota oil fields since 1978. We are here to provide you with the best tools and services, all at competitive prices. Northern States Fishing Tools services the Williston Basin with fishing and rental tools, along with downhole tools that include packers, plugs, and through tubing equipment. We have the expert knowledge to give you satisfying results based on your specific needs. Go Bobcats!
Great houses start with a sound foundation. That foundation starts with a mortgage with Sarah Kelzer and team at Rate. She is Bozeman's trusted mortgage specialist with 20 years experience that knows the neighborhood. We have great rates and personalized home lending solutions, and our decisions are made quickly so you can move into your dream home sooner. Rate, the foundation of great homes throughout Montana. Call Sarah at 406-580-6604 or apply online. Equal housing lender subject to credit approval. NMLS number 400361.
Universal Athletic has been a proud supporter of Bobcat Athletics for over 45 years. Check out their great selection of Bobcat apparel and accessories for all your game day needs. Shop in store at their North 7th Avenue location or online at shop.msubobcats.com for everything you need to cheer on your Bobcats. Universal Athletic, a proud supporter of Bobcat Athletics for over 45 years. Go Cats!
Here's to home. Here's to Northwest Crossing, where kids can be kids, and adults can also be kids, and new neighbors feel like old friends. Welcome to Bozeman, Montana's newest master planned community. Life here comes with nearby top-rated Bozeman schools, on-site eateries and retail, office space, parks, trails, and so much more, including new homes from the 500s to 800s, exclusively built by Williams Homes. Learn more at nwxbzn.com. nwxbzn.com.
With friendly customer service and an outstanding location near Montana State University and the base of the Bridger Mountain Range, Country Inn & Suites by Radisson is the perfect place to begin your Bozeman adventure. Country Inn & Suites offers a hot and delicious Be Our Guest breakfast buffet each morning. Free Wi-Fi is available throughout the property, and we have a business center and meeting rooms. Our indoor pool and hot tub is a great way to relax after a day of fun, and the on-site fitness center will keep your workout goals on track. We have spacious king and double queen suites with a full-size sleeper sofa available, and every room in Country Inn & Suites is smoke-free. Reserve your room today.
Bobcat Basketball has been brought to you by Door Tech, raising the door on quality, Montana State University, Mountains and Mines, and by Rate, the foundation of great homes throughout Montana. Live from the First Interstate Bank broadcast booth, this is Bobcat Postgame.
Couple of lopsided wins to end the regular season, and Montana State has scratched and clawed their way to a 500 Big Sky record at 9-9. They are officially the 5 seed in the Big Sky tournament, which means they will play at 5:30 p.m. on Monday night. This is the Ribbon Chop House postgame show. Ribbon Chop House is home of premium steaks, fresh seafood, and award-winning baby back ribs, all served in a casual atmosphere. All right, we'll take another break. Plenty to get to here in the Ribbon Chop House postgame show. We'll get you caught up. We're going to have some seeds figured out here in just a bit. And, of course, we'll talk with head coach Matt Logue. But first, the timeout. Cats win it 75-60 against the Vandals. You're listening to Bobcat Basketball, presented by Learfield.
At Jersey Mike's, watching them freshly slice the meat and cheese for my sub is a sight to behold. The layers of ham, salami, and pepperoni are even more glorious than the pink and orange layers of a sunrise. Yeah, the sun's pretty and all that, but in about 7 billion years it's going to explode, obliterating the earth and every living thing on it. And if there's no sun, there's no subs. Meanwhile, the only thing a sub ever obliterated was my hunger. Freshly sliced right in front of you. It's a Jersey Mike's thing, a sub above.
The Bobcats are proud to present these preferred local partners as members of Bobcat Built. Bryant Heating and Cooling Systems. Bryant, whatever it takes. Carrier Heating and Air Conditioning. Carrier, turn to the experts. Ace Roofing, building Montana strong, one roof at a time. Rivers Landscaping, crafting superior outdoor spaces. And NW Construction, proud to call Bozeman home. Montana State Athletics encourages our fans to choose these local businesses. They are proud local sponsors and demonstrate what it means to be a Bobcat. We are Bobcat Built.
At Montana State University, students shape signature experiences that take them across the state and into local communities. MSU is dedicated to its land grant mission, integrating transformational learning, discovery, and service that improves lives. You'll find our students teaching across Montana, conducting research in the heart of Yellowstone National Park, or even creating small shelter prototypes to address homelessness. Montana State University. Think outside.
From our 1946 roots providing lumber for Yellowstone National Park to our current headquarters in Bozeman, we at Simpkins-Hallen believe in building the Gallatin Valley's future while continuing to honor its past. Contractors large and small benefit from our decades of experience and our extensive network of suppliers. We can source the materials you need, no matter the project. For all your building needs, go to where long-standing traditions have met with quality building products for over 75 years. Simpkins-Hallen, a Montana tradition among builders since 1946.
Back on the Ribbon Chop House postgame show, which is a victorious one. MSU wins it 75-60 against Idaho today at Montana's Ribbon Chop House. Our staff is dedicated to creating extraordinary experiences that raise the bar in each of our communities. Enjoy premium steaks, fresh seafood, award-winning baby back ribs, all served in a casual atmosphere. We look forward to sharing a little Rocky Mountain hospitality with you. All right. We do have some cement in the bracket as Coach Logie approaches the scorer's table here. We'll talk to him in a second. Idaho State has lost. That means we will see Idaho State against Montana State on Monday night, 5:30 p.m. So the Bobcats will be the 5 seed, and Portland State will be the 4 seed. Or excuse me, Idaho State will be the 4 seed. So we've got that locked in. It'll be Montana State and Idaho State at 5:30 p.m. on Monday night in Boise. I'm Keaton Gillogly, joined by Brian Priebe and head coach Matt Logie. All right, Coach, you got the win, got things moving in the right direction, and we've seen this offense now in these last 2 games racking up some assist totals, and it did look like in a lot of ways that that ball was moving. The offense had its rhythm tonight.
Yeah, you know, we've really been playing with great togetherness, great pace. I think 3 of our last 4 halves, we've put 40-plus points on the board, 56% from the field. But credit to our defense tonight, you know, to hold that team, almost before the last 3, had them under 60, under 40% from the field, and really defended the three-point line well. That's a team that can really get out and score it, and so that's a great sign for our defense.
Sharing the ball is pretty key in your system, getting touches in the paint. Both those things happen to plenty, especially in the first half.
Yeah, I think, when we're able to get multiple touches of the paint, and, it doesn't have to – a lot of people think about paint touches as post-ups, but, we can get a lot of them through penetration and attacking closeouts, getting out in transition, and that's why we had 40 points in the paint today. It wasn't because we just sat, around the basket. We were moving and playing with great togetherness.
When you think about the week ahead, you've got your tournament matchup. It's Idaho State. Give people an idea. What is the plan over the next 7 days to get ready for that game?
Yeah, I mean, I think the first thing is we're coming off 3 games in 5 days. And so the first step is take tomorrow off, rest up, get ready to go. We'll do a little bit of skill work on Wednesday, and then kind of ramp up from there. But at this time of year, there's no secrets. There's not many surprises out there. So it's really about just staying in rhythm. Obviously, we've got a little extra time to prepare. So we'll look back at what we did last year. That seemed to work pretty good. We'll try that again.
All right, Coach. Well, this has been great. Congratulations on sending the boys out with a dub at home, and you finish the conference season at 7-2 at the Brick. And we'll talk tomorrow night for Cat Chat. So appreciate the time.
Thanks a lot. Go Cats.
All right, that's head coach Matt Logie. We'll take a break on the Ribbon Chop House postgame show. MSU wins it 75-60 against the Vandals. Back after this, you're listening to Bobcat Basketball presented by Learfield.
The Ribbon Chop House was founded in 2001. Our ability to grow has come through our commitment to Rocky Mountain hospitality, a concept which incorporates a casual attitude with our high-level commitment to loyalty, safety, service, and quality food. At the Ribbon Chop House, our staff is dedicated to creating extraordinary experiences that raise the bar in each of our communities. Enjoy premium steaks, fresh seafood, and award-winning baby back ribs. We look forward to sharing a little Rocky Mountain hospitality with you.
Hello, tomorrow. We may not know exactly what you've got in store for us, for our routines and our normals. But here's the thing. Turns out, we've got this. We haven't seen everything, but we have seen ourselves be more ready for whatever you bring than we thought we would be. So when it comes to tomorrow, bring on the day. First Interstate, built for you. Member FDIC Equal Housing Lender. Visit us at firstinterstate.com.
Grotto Meats, handcrafted charcuterie, fine butchery, and award-winning smoked meats, sustainably sourced in Montana, creating delicious new takes on classic favorites with local ingredients and a chef's ingenuity. Grotto Meats preserves the best of Montana in every bite. Visit the Grotto Meats retail shop located at 611 North Wallace in Bozeman. Open Tuesday through Friday, 11:30 a.m. until 6:30 p.m. and Saturday from 10 a.m. until 3 p.m. Also at local retailers and restaurants. Shop online at grottomeats.com.